Welcome to Whiskey RP Tahitian County Season 3. It's not going to just be Tahitian County. We'll be back in Montana as well, but so far we are just starting to get established here in Iowa, and right now we just have one tractor in town. We have this John Deere 7R 350 Gen 2 tractor. Pretty good piece of hardware. We can get 388 horsepower in this bad boy, so we're going to definitely keep that in mind as we purchase some implements to get us up and running. $648,000 to our name and a lot of fields to take care of, so we're gonna need a lot. Let's jump in the truck and do a little tour and talk about the plans, and we're gonna drive through the fields. So this field here was corn last year, so we are gonna try to do some crop rotation on it, and this whole large old cornfield will be soybeans, as well as 42 over here, which is just a smaller field. So we'll get this for soybeans as well. This grass field out here is ours, so we'll have to keep an eye on some equipment for maintaining that. Need to decide what we're gonna do with the barn here for cattle. I don't think we're gonna have cattle in Tahitian County, so we'll probably pass on that. South here on the road to our right, we have field 39 and 38. Those are both going to be corn, even though, let's hop out here. So 38, this one was corn. We're gonna do corn again because we need a lot of corn. And then this field over here, number 39, was soybeans. So we'll be putting corn in there. And then the two fields we haven't looked at are down here a ways. Actually 37 straight in front of us. It's gonna be corn on corn as well. We gotta get a lot of corn for the distilleries. The small little slice here, field 27, is going to be beans as well. And field 25 is gonna be soybeans also. So we're gonna turn around here. That's the end of the tour. As you can see, field 25 does go pretty far back past these tracks. Let's go ahead and head back and get the semi. We need to head into town and get a couple implements to get started prepping. Tillage is definitely the first thing we have on our minds, and I think we're gonna do some anhydrous this time around. So we'll do some tillage and also get some fertilizer or some anhydrous in the ground, some nitrogen, get the levels looking pretty good and ready for planting season. And we'll go ahead and leave the F350 there, and we'll get in the truck, and hopefully they have something to load up what we need on it. Let's go ahead and head into town and bring back what we buy. This Tahitian County is a very large map, so it takes a little while to get across the town, and we're heading to the shop right now. It's a little bit of ways, and it's kind of nice. A little different than Black Mountain, Montana, which was a very small map, to be honest. I think it's a 1X map. This is a 4X, I believe. So it's pretty nice to get on here. A lot larger fields, and also these stoplights are actually functional. You can't drive through when it's red, so luckily the timing was good there. I think we're about a third of the way to the store at this point. I will see you in a little bit. We finally arrived, and I'm hoping these aren't too large, because that'll suck. All right, that's gonna be interesting to get that home, but we'll see if somebody can help us get this loaded and be on our way. On second thought, we came over here with the John Deere because it was just too wide to put on that trailer. So we are gonna head back, get our hazards on here, and get this set up home. We spent about $100,000 on this, so money's going fast. We need a seeder, a planter. Potentially a planter would be enough, but yeah, we got to figure that out next. But I wanted to get the tillage done, and we'll probably need something for spraying weeds as well as putting down some solid fertilizer or liquid fertilizer. We'll have to figure that out. Potentially spraying the second application of fertilizer. The anhydrous should take care of the first one for us, but we will have to do the second one after planting as well. So we'll get this home and get started. I think we'll start on potentially field number 37 and just work our way through to 39 and get the cornfields prepped, because we can plant corn before we can plant soybeans. And we can go later in the season before we plant the soybeans. So I think prioritizing getting corn in the ground is going to be the first thing we need to do. So we'll get to those fields and start tilling them up and getting some anhydrous laid down. So if we come up here and we try to go, it's going to see it stopping us. Oh yeah. And now we're stuck until the light turns green. I just wanted to kind of demonstrate that. Pretty cool feature. It gets annoying sometimes because you don't want to stop when you're just kind of traveling somewhere, but it adds some realism. Sorry, car. All right, we've made it back, and we're definitely going to need more anhydrous than this. So one of the things that I have prepped already is we should be having a delivery soon of a tank that will be ours long term. We'll have a service come by and fill it up for us from time to time, but we'll have plenty of anhydrous in stock to be able to just head back to the farm and fill up this tank when the time comes. And let's go ahead and unfold here. Got it turned on. We'll go, oh yeah, you know what? You gotta lower it though. All right, let's back it up a little bit and lower it down. There we go. That looks like what we're expecting. And we'll go ahead and take a look at our field data here just to see if this is operating the way we think it should. But yeah, it is putting the first application down of nitrogen for us, or fertilizer, however you want to word it, anhydrous. So this will be interesting here. Let's go ahead and switch to the right implement so we can raise it. We'll come over here. We'll turn this way. Raise it up and loop around, and we turn too sharp. Oh boy, things to learn. All right, let's get it lowered back, get as close as we can here. Very nice cultivated field, ready for some seed. It's going to be April when we put corn in the ground, so we do have some time to get all these fields tilled and prepped. It feels nice working on a new farm, and look at all of this land in front of us. That's ours. Whole lot of work ahead of us. One field done, and it doesn't look like it's going through much product to do this, so that's definitely going to be in our favor. But this would be the next field that we're going to attack. Okay, let's go ahead and get the cultivator turned on. It's something new for me to remember to do here, and then we will lower the cultivator as well. And go ahead. It looks great. Yeah, it's working good. Get this second field done. The way things are going time-wise, these smaller fields will get out of the way. It'll be interesting once we get to one of the larger ones to see how much of this anhydrous it uses and how time-consuming these fields are. So far, it doesn't feel too stressful. I mean, the fields in Montana aren't tiny. Some of them are decent sized, but this is a whole new ballgame for us, so lots to learn here, and staying off of that fence and figuring out how to turn around is going to be tricky. But yeah, we've only used 2%, which is curious, but I know it is working because you can tell by the color it's a little darker than it would be if it wasn't putting anything down. And we've double checked the map as well. It would be interesting. I want to go a whole year here and see about the water sitting in these areas that are separating these fields. And I imagine there's a reason why they have some of these small cutouts, and it's probably because there's some standing water when it rains and crops don't grow well there anyways. So it's probably just a waste of resources to plant there. So we'll probably copy that same pattern and keep these fields the way they are, unless we learn otherwise with our experience here. Well, the first two fields are done. Let's go ahead and head home. I believe our delivery of our tank's going to be here soon, though now I'm kind of questioning purchasing it. I mean, we could just run to the store with this. Yeah, you know what? Let me get a hold of them and we'll cancel that, because we're learning a little bit about this, and it doesn't appear that we really need it that often, and we can run and refill these. I think we're going to, yeah, we'll still have capacity in here. By the time we get done with all of these, we'll learn from that. And if next year we need it, then we'll buy that tank. We need an auger too, now that I look at the bins. And the bin location, that's gonna probably, that's gonna make me very mad. Just being honest here. Getting those augers set up over here, oh, we'll figure it out. I want to get better at that though. We'll figure it out. So now let's take a look at our map. We can see the portion of our property that we've taken care of. We still have field 39 to do, 25, 27, and 40. Apparently this field is kind of split. If we look at here, it's all 46, but I don't, yeah, the way they did these fields is a little confusing. Yeah, it's all, yeah, it's pretty cool though. Adjusting to what the old farmers did, but the next one we're going to attack is this one here. as it looks like our field opening is over this direction. So, yep, there is a path. I was gonna say, we need a couple more roads back here, but looks like there is a path. We'll go ahead and get this pre-opened up for us. Get back in the tractor. Lots of work to do. Lots of work to do. Wonder how Bobby's doing in Montana. Hope everything's going good over there. I just tore down this fence here. I don't really find it purposeful, so we're gonna get rid of that. And it was a little snug to get the tractor through here, so that will definitely help us next time, as long as we don't run into this tree here. And yeah, make this wide turn. I'm hoping this gate is large enough, because the other one definitely was not. Definitely some things to think about. I'm going to get completely in here. And oh man, where do we want to start with this field? Let's go ahead. Maybe do it in sections? Wow, this is going to be interesting. We're going to go ahead and start up here. Get it lowered. You don't have access to that land. I think I do. Let's go ahead and turn it on. I think that indication or warning was a little confused. Let's go ahead here and wrap close to that fence. And you know, since we own both of these fields, we might end up getting rid of this fence here. There's no real reason for us to have it since it's kind of our land anyways, so we'll keep that in mind and think about that. Another field to go. Busting it out. Feels good. And reading the manual on this implement, I thought 9 miles an hour was the recommended speed, but it turns out it's 15, so we got the speed cranked up a little bit, and it seems to be handling it just as well. This is another spot where we're just going to kind of have to kind of sneak in here and get as close as possible and then turn and hope to get as much of this cultivated. Ran into the fence just a little bit there. Has some challenges as we learn our way around our new farm. Okay, so this is interesting. We're gonna fix this. We are going to, I didn't realize that we are going to own this property and we're going to refund the money because that's just weird. So that'll just be some extra property that we have, and we're just gonna roleplay it. So another field there to think about. That was poor planning on my part. If I would have put that as part of the original purchase, if I would have realized that the fields overlapped property lines like that. Interesting design there. Let me know if you think I shouldn't have done that. We can correct it later. I think it's okay. I noticed some of the areas are cultivating up this grass, and I don't have it turned on to where it would allow the cultivator to make a field. So we'll keep an eye on that and try not to ruin too much of this layout. You can see there, yeah, it's definitely eating into that more than it should. But, oh, that was way too fast. Let's back up. Really strange. Let's lift. Not 100% sure what's causing that, but we'll adjust and we can fix some of it after the fact, which means this right here would probably turn into, I don't know. Anybody else playing on this map, let me know if that's something. Like, is this actually grass? Let's look. Let's turn grass on. No, it doesn't appear to be, so I'm not sure what would cause that. Kind of unfortunate. You know, I've always been a two-headland kind of guy, and I think with this implement here, with the tanks behind us, we're going to do 3. At least these end rows right here loop back around, and that'll allow us to go up and down and turn around with ease. Just something, you know, I've used these one time before, and the fields did not have fences like this, so it was easier to turn around, and this definitely is opening up a new challenge to farming for me, which is pretty fun. I do love it. I like these new features and stuff that's been around forever that I just haven't been using, but it is very realistic to the part of the world that we are farming in, so I figured it would be best to use this. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you use anhydrous and if you love it or hate it. I think it's fun to mix it up and not just use sprayers or spreaders or, you know, double with the direct drills that have the fertilizer in it as well, or the regular planters and seeders with the fertilizer tanks. Just a nice mixture. You know, that's another thing to keep in mind when we do look for our seeder is, and our planters, is do we want to find something that will allow us to also lay down fertilizer. Finishing up this first big field, and it feels pretty good. We're getting some work done. I'm glad we learned everything we did in Montana before taking on these big fields though, so it's got me pretty confident in what we're doing. We do need to get lime and figure out a way to spread lime on here. I do want to look at town and see what kind of products or what kind of vehicles are available for that. So we'll go and get this last little field done over here, and then I think it'll be time to take a break and check on Montana and see how Bobby's doing. Yeah, this shouldn't take very long at all, and it'll be a nice time after this. So like I said, check on Bobby, make sure everything's looking good with our other farm. Yeah, very quick field. We just got a little spot over here that we've missed, and not even 20% of these tanks used. Definitely think it was a wise idea to cancel that purchase of the supply tank. So we'll go ahead and put this away. We're going to go jump on our tablet and do a little virtual meeting with Bobby and kind of see how things are going in Montana. So total disclosure here, I'm not 100% sure how I want to role play this or figure out how we're gonna play out Bobby's part here. I was tempted to use what does that say? Oh, unfold. I was tempted to use a voice changer and pretend like I was talking as Bobby, but I don't know if we're gonna do that. Might be something that we do, but let's get into it. So here in Montana, it's still March as well, obviously, as Iowa. And today, the main thing we want to do is prune the old grapevines and make sure that they're prepped and ready for next year. We could potentially look at fertilizing them as well, but just some tasks that we'll have to do over the next few months over here, as well as just taking care of the grass field and the animals, making sure the sugar gets sold as well. A lot of our discretional income, you know, just kind of coming in every month, or our recurring income, I should say, is what's really going to help the Teton County project become as successful as possible. And so we'll just keep plugging away over here. Probably we'll be flying back into Montana to do the harvest, to help Bobby with the harvest, and we'll fly Bobby out to Iowa as well to help as well with that. And after that, there's not much else to do other than the vines here. So we'll get these pruned up real quick, check all of our productions and make sure that they're all set and ready to go for the next month. And then we'll head back to Teton and get some more nitrogen or anhydrous laid down and cultivation done on the soon-to-be soybean fields. And it'll be an interesting adventure. We'll be able to decide long-term, you know, well, not long-term, but each episode where we're going to start. So some episodes may start in Montana, some might be in Teton County. I think it's going to be a fun series. Let me know if you think this is overdone and we should just sell all the property in Montana, or if we should keep going with it. I think it's a cool idea. I think we're going to roll with it, unless I get a lot of feedback saying don't show the Montana stuff. But like always, I appreciate the feedback and take it into consideration to make these series as enjoyable as possible for all of you. Bobby is finishing up the last row here. The vines are looking nice and fresh and ready to start regrowing here in the spring. The next thing we're going to do is, like I said, check on the productions. We're going to talk a little bit about our plan on how we're going to maintain those during this adventure. So we'll get this finished up and head on over to the production, pretty much the menus. We'll probably head over to the sugar beet area, or the sugar factory, and take a look at that first. Let's get this put away and we'll do that. First we want to visit the winery. Let's go ahead and hop in here and set it up the way we want to. Let's go in the production menu and we'll jump into this as we go through it, but we're going to change. We're making wine. We are going to do selling, so that when we skip through time, that'll just take care of itself. And I think we're going to do the same here as well. So we'll go ahead. Well, you know what? Let's go to just the bourbon and we'll change that to selling. And we shouldn't have any here. We'll keep an eye on the whiskey separately, since that's the main part of the series. These here, oh, these are piling up. I don't know why I put those there. I think we might have been thinking about, because they don't spawn here, they spawn over here, right? Let's turn on that. So yeah, these are over here. Maybe I was thinking about sending these to Iowa, but we have a lot there because we might do a distillery or two there. So what is our stock looking here? I don't know why those aren't popping up for me. But if we look in here on our building storage, we do have 343 yeast, so we'll keep an eye on that as we go. The yeast factory, we're going to, yeah, we'll just keep it to spawning and maintain that. Sugar, let's go ahead and bring this over here. Oh, sugar was getting low. Interesting. How is grapes over here? Grapes are good. Oh, that's right. It holds 5,000. So we're going to top this off again, and we'll put maybe 1 or 2 extra over here just so that they can slowly get accepted. There we go. Yeah, we'll leave those. And then we'll come over here and change this one. Oh, if I can get up the stairs. And for now, we will put sugar to selling. And these ones we will get over there ourselves. Get a tractor and trailer. If we can find the trailer. Is it over there? Oh, here it is. Okay. We'll get these loaded up. Get them over to Hoot's place. That'll give us a little bit of extra money, but before we do that, we'll head on over to the sawmill area and see if there's anything over there we need to sort out. Spawned items we'll take care of, and we'll turn the clothing production onto selling as well. I don't think there's many wood chips. I think we finished up doing that last time. So yeah, we don't have to take care of that, and I think we did sell all the clothes. Let's loop around here. Oh, we do have 1, so we'll pick that up. We'll take that to Hoot's place as well, but let's hop down here. All the other productions should be fine the way they are, but this one we will have to set to selling. So we'll come in here and change to selling. Perfect. And now let's head on over to Hoot's place and get some money. All right, we have arrived. Let's see how much money Hoot wants to give us today. Yeah, about 40,000, not bad. That's definitely going to be helpful. Help us buy maybe possibly the spreader in Iowa. We'll get this home, and I think that's all we need to do in Montana. So what I've been thinking about for progression is when we're done with the day in Montana, we'll go ahead and skip forward to the next month, let all the productions do their thing overnight. That'll give us the number of money to then transfer over to the other game. That's going to be the hardest part of this experiment that we're doing this season, is figuring out exactly how we're going to balance the balance sheet, really. And I think I have a plan, so you'll have to bear with me as we figure it out, but we will get this parked and sleep in Montana, simulating Bobby being done for the day. Chickens should have plenty of food. The sheep have plenty of food. We don't need to move any of their goods around yet. But in April, when we do the Montana section or segment, that's the word I'm looking for, we'll definitely be cutting the grass and baling all that up to make some more silage. So let's go ahead and go to bed. We'll see where our money is, and we'll get back to Iowa. So yeah, we're overnight. We're got $120,000. That's cool. Okay. All right. Definitely say we're running a successful farm. And yeah, let's get back to Iowa. Well, that was a nice lunch break and taking a look at Bobby's progress in Montana. And it's time for us to get back in the John Deere here. Get a little more, it's a little more anhydrous put down. And we're going through our neighbor's property here. I think I want to start as far away as possible and work my way back. And this little skinny area back here is definitely where I think I'm going to start. But for the sanity of the same thing over and over and over again, I think it might be time to go to a super speed time lapse of us busting out the rest of these fields. Enjoy. Well, finally finishing up the big field, and 50 minutes, 46 minutes IRL real time. That's gonna be a blast to harvest. We're gonna need to combine, no way around it. Get this done, we'll head over to the last field and get it going. And hopefully we have enough daylight to, whoops, wrong button, to finish what we need to for the day. So looking at the field data, we have 25 to do, and then back to 47, or 40, was that 42, which is a small field. So we should be able to bust that out pretty quickly in the morning if we need to. But let's go ahead and get at least started on 25 out here, or 27. Sorry, I keep getting my numbers mixed up. I think it's, yeah, 25. Should not take as long, and it's just 5 o'clock, 5:30. So hopefully we have enough daylight here in March to get us through. Another gate to open. This one's a double gate, so we should be able to fit through here pretty good like we did on that one. Or the other one, that's not ours. I'm so confused still. All right, we're in, but we will need those clothes to be able to, yeah, we'll need those clothes so that we can cultivate right here. Oh, that's filthy already. No better place than right here to start. Get our GPS lined up, and away we go. Yeah, even with the speed override, it still took 45 minutes to do that last field, which is telling. Maybe we should have had Bobby come with us for planting season, because it's just us here. We'll have to look around for some farm hands, see if there's any in town. Well, the darkness has snuck up on us pretty quickly here as we're finishing off field 25 here. A couple more passes, we'll be all set. I don't know why GPS is doing that. We got that tiny little field. I think we're gonna sneak in tonight so we don't have to worry about it tomorrow. We'll get this little spots that we missed here. We'll head back to the house, get that done. And finally, take another rest for the day. All set, 57% left in the tanks. Yeah, financially, we did not need to buy the refill tanks. We can just drive to town every 2 years to get this refilled. Very nice. Let's go ahead and put it away. We'll clean it up in the morning. It's a little dark right now. That's where it'll live for now. Get it shut off, and it's time to take a nap. I'm not exactly sure how I did this, but I got the pressure washer in the bedroom, and we're just gonna run around with it. Is it gonna let me out the door? Yeah, seems like a little glitch. I was messing around with it in the garage. I can't run, but as we get over here, it's kind of hilarious if you ask me. But if you get over here, you can see that's where our pressure washer is. But I have like this wireless pressure washer. So we'll go ahead and spray this down while we have it and see if it actually works. I'm not exactly sure how to let go of it. We'll see. But yeah, we'll get this all sprayed down and taken care of. And then we're top of the mind for today is going to be getting a spreader for lime and looking into a planter for planting corn. So after we figure out how to let go of this pressure washer, we will be looking at the catalog of the store to see what we can find. Okay. Tabbing to a vehicle took care of that. All right, time to go shopping. We're gonna see if this $37,000 spreader is gonna do the job for us, which is an interesting idea. I think there's other trucks that you can get for this. We'll have to see. I don't know. I wanted to see if ours was compatible because I know other Mack trucks were, but it doesn't seem like ours fits it. So we might be doing another purchase potentially. Let's just try to brute force this. Let's see what happens. It does. Interesting concept. All right, now let's buy some lime. 30,000 liters fits in this thing, so we might as well get enough for that. Maybe not. We'll go with 16,000 right for now. Get this filled up. We're gonna give this a shot. Something I've never done before, so might as well in the honor of doing things a little different. And today we really need to focus on getting the cornfields ready, so we're gonna put lime on those first. And then after that, we're gonna look at a we're gonna look at a planter after that and potentially get that going because we definitely need to plant in April. We'll see how far we get today. I feel like we should have bought 30,000. We'll see how far this gets us. I have no clue. All right, everything corn related is back here, so let's go ahead and head this way to begin with. And the other question is this gonna even fit through here? Oh yeah, plenty of space. All right, might as well start here. That is glorious. 15 miles an hour? The only thing we don't really have is GPS on this, so we could upgrade that. And hopefully this, I don't know, we'll see how quickly we go through this. Some mods go through lime faster than others, and these are some big fields, so we might be doing a lot of purchasing of lime. We got a lot to still buy for this farm before harvest, but we got all that income coming in from Montana, so we should be good. Turning the corner here. It's kind of interesting, though. I don't know if you'd want to take a truck like this. I guess you do for filling up grain, but conditions are good. We probably don't want this heavy of a vehicle on these fields. We probably want to do lime before cultivation. Yeah, we'll think about that next time. Let me know what you guys think about this. It's just, I wanted to do something different. It's kind of cool. Still going to take forever, though. It says we can do 25 override, so we're going to do that. Figured I'd do this field here first. Just get one field done. It'll make us feel better about ourselves, I think. One of those things is just waste product when it's spraying on something that's already been sprayed, which is why I like precision farming. Just some things to keep in mind. I didn't want to add that to this. I debated adding precision farming to Whiskey RP, but I definitely wanted a variety of playthroughs, and I already got 2 series going with precision farming, so that's why we did it this way. Looks like our first load's just about empty, and with the amount of ground we still need to cover with lime, I definitely think we're going to buy 30,000 liters this time. We'll get back to the farm here once we run out and get this reloaded and get back at it. But this is a cool purchase. It's fun to use. So there's 16,000 and oops, 14,000. And that'll cost us about 7 grand. So let's take a little bit to load it up, and then we will get back at it. All full. That took a while. Let's get back to the field. Get back to spraying. Oh yeah, it's a little heavy. It's a little heavy. Maybe 30,000 was a bad idea. But the second we start using it, it'll start unloading. It'll get lighter. It should be okay. Go ahead and head over and finish this back area we were working on, and then, oh man, is that as fast as we're gonna be able to go? Might need a bigger semi. All right, let's get some weight off this thing, see what happens. There we go, already doing better. This thing is so confused. It's just wasting resources going this slow. All right, next time we don't fill it up this high. I don't understand why it's able to go so fast this way. It's not like it's that much of a grade downhill or uphill. I don't know. Already burned through 15% of it though. Sheesh. See what happens when we turn around here. If we got some of the weight off of it. Lesson learned. Going downhill and it was struggling. It's confused. Did the wheels slip in? Look at that digging into the dirt. Now it's getting up to 10. Yeah, not the best idea to have a semi on a field like this, I don't think. We might sell this. I don't know. I don't like it. If it was going 25 miles an hour the whole time, I'd like it. But it's not. It's not uphill right here. If anything, it's side, like, I don't know. I don't know why we can go only 10 or 11 this way and 25 the other way, even though the grade isn't that direction. Physics engines. I mean, slight downhill, maybe? Nah, I don't think so. We're gonna try to roll this at speed and see what happens. It's holding it. It's slowing down, though. Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, I guess once we got down to 16,000 liters, it seems to be doing better going this direction. 18 miles an hour is definitely more doable than 10, so we'll keep that in mind. All right, 39 is done. We're gonna head over to 37 and 38 next. I'm not gonna get more lime yet. We will wait until we absolutely need it because of the weight issue there. Let's take a look at the map. Go here, needs lime. We'll shut the rest off. Yeah, we did decent. There's some areas we could get a little bit better, but that should be good enough. And I think we need to go all the way out this way and work our way around. And we'll get those 3-ish fields spreaded next. All right, here we are. Let's see how it does here. Should definitely be able to get to that 25 miles an hour, 24. Yeah, not bad. Got it. Should make this a lot quicker, and I think we'll do... Yeah, no, that'll waste material. Nope. I bailed too late. I was gonna go across, but then I realized, you know, I'd have to shut it off, turn it back on, so we'll just do a couple loops this way. Yeah, it's funny. Some of these big implements on these smaller fields are just kind of silly, but it is what it is. I'm actually enjoying it, so let's keep rolling. Field number 2, here we go. And last field that we need to get spread before we plant corn. I'm not sure we have enough lime. We might have to purchase a little bit more. And I'm not 100% sold on keeping this as our spreader. Lots of decisions to make. We might have wasted some money buying it, but it was fun. A fun little experiment. Not decided yet. It doesn't seem practical. And maybe it is. Maybe I'm overthinking things. And taking care of this little spot here. It looks like we do have enough left. Very nice. To get us by with this first group of fields that we really cared about in April, because we can plant them. We're going to have to wait till May to plant soybeans. I'll have to double check that. I believe that's how the calendar works in Teton County here. Around, and I don't know why that stopped turning. That was weird. And there's probably a different truck that we could get, a mod for this that would be better for in fields. Let me know what you guys know. But let's go ahead and get this back, and I think it's time to take a nice break and check on Montana. Back in Montana, Bobby is busy at cutting the grass. Got to take care of that this month. Get that all processed and turned into silage for the extra income. Like we said earlier, this is going to be very much key to success in Iowa, is to keep the money coming in Montana. Those big fields need big equipment, which means big money. Get this field all cut up and follow Bobby's progress along. Also might do some treatment on the vines as well. All right, we got the money sorted out. Keeping track of the money is definitely going to be the hardest part of this whole process for me, but we'll get the hang of it. So money is set with the money we spent in Iowa in April. So now our balance is accurate for when things process every hour here in Montana. And it's definitely a day to cut both the fields. We'll get them all in the same cadence. So we'll get this grass field cut as well. Get the windrower out next. I don't think we need to make any hay for the sheep. All right, it's been a while since we've done this field, so get it rowed up real quick. And that's too fast. And then we'll go to the other field, row it up, bale it up. Bobby's doing great. And it's time to bale. Bobby making great progress here. Get all this baled up and then wrapped. After that, I think we will switch to working on the vineyard and get that all pruned, and not pruned. We need to get it mulched and cultivated to allow the growth of the vines to not be taken over by the ground. And make sure all the nutrition from that ground goes into those vines. And that's the purpose of doing that. So we'll do that next, as well as probably give it its first application of fertilizer. And we'll have to do fertilizer on the grass fields as well. And that would probably be about it for Montana. But we've still got a lot to do, so let's get it done. All right, time to connect to the wrapper for the first time in a while here in Montana. And wrap up all these bales, and we'll get them all picked up and organized. Last bale getting wrapped. Busting through this progress here. Some good money. And it's 10 o'clock and we've made about $13,000 just with our productions. Let's get the wrapper put away, get the trailer out, get those all picked up, and then we will spray those fields. All right, 120,000 liters of grass, soon to be silage. Let's go ahead and just plop the trailer here. And I think we're gonna use, if we have solid fertilizer, we're gonna use a spreader for the smaller field, and then we can get the sprayer out potentially for the bigger field. Found the solid fertilizer that we had, so we'll get this filled up and head on over. 1,400 liters should definitely be enough to do the small field. Turned on here. Absolutely, that'll work good. Plenty of fertilizer for this field. Make sure it grows nice for us next harvest. No lime required this time around. Probably be this time next year when we need to do that again. We might as well use what we have on the other field and see if we can get the whole thing. Got this one done. Very, 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 very nice. Do you guys think I say very nice, super exciting, or very exciting, exciting times, or all right the most? Let me know. So when I'm editing, I see all right, I see exciting times, I see very nice, a lot while I'm editing. What a dork. So I think that's all the work we're gonna get done in April. There's not much to do on the farm, so I wanna save some work for Bobby for May and June. So in May, we'll mulch and do the first application of fertilizer on the grapes. mulch. I keep calling it mulch. Yeah, mulch and cultivate. And then after that, in June, we can do the second application of fertilizer. Let's check these crops. So we might have June or July would be when harvest starts. Barley should be in June, so yeah, we're not too far away from having to fly back to Montana ourselves to do the harvest with Bobby. So, all right, we'll take track of our number, but we're gonna call this April done and sleep. We can check on the animals first. How's the food here? Looking good. Let's jump in the productions. We could move some wood chips around, but maybe we'll do that later. Plenty of water there. Missing wood chips. Oh no, glad we checked. Wine, clothes are good. Sugar's good. Wool is getting low, but we have plenty of that. So we can move over. Yeast has everything it needs. And enough wood. All right, let's get over to the telehandler and move whatever wood chips we have over to the whiskey distillery. Now I wonder how long that's been out. Just gonna push it and not pick it up. Come on. That's so frustrating. Let's try this approach here. And we'll just push it all the way, I guess. What the heck? Yeah, that's not annoying at all. There we go. Oh my goodness, what a mess. And no whiskey spawn, so we must have been out for a while. Oh no. Yeah. Things were gonna get missed when I'm not here to manage the farm. So that should get things back up and running. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that though. A couple pieces of equipment that we need to take care of. Get these sprayed down. And I think that's gonna wrap up this episode. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to do it in editing. These longer episodes that I'm trying to do, figuring out the amount of recording time and time to progress, it's gonna take a little bit. So potentially this is not the end of the episode, but after editing, I'll figure that out. But let's go ahead and pass time in Montana, at least, and get our total so we know what to start with next episode in Iowa, which is going to throw it off a little bit, but it's okay. All right, and let's stop time, and I will make note of this, but I will catch you on the next episode. Welcome back to Tahitian County and Whiskey RP. Today, we got an Uber waiting for us outside. We can see, I think he might be, oh, he is here already. Nice. They're going to give us a ride to the dealership. There's a good deal on a setup we're looking at for planting soybeans, and it might be a mistake because we're going to buy a seeder for the soybeans, even though we could get a planter to do both crop types. And we just got dropped off, and this is the setup. So these three items here. Oh, the seed hawk. So we attach this to the tractor and then attach that to this tank here. But let's hop up here and take a look before we go in. Should have a tank for seed and then a tank for fertilizer as well. And yeah, don't step on those. Oh, very fancy. And then it attaches. Oh, okay, we got to get this. Let me go in and talk to him and finalize the deal. I believe we're going to get this for around $660,000 for all of it. So they're doing a 15% discount when you buy more than one item. When you get a tractor with implements, they're doing a discount. So we'll go in this way and talk to them. Here we go. All right, we'll come up here. No one's here. We can just wander back here and do whatever we want then, can't we? Oh, nope, I guess we can't. All right, yeah, let's just finalize the deal with them and get going home. Oh, nice electric charging. All set, $710,000. So we're down to $90,000. That's gonna be rough. Let's get this all hooked up and get home. But kind of confused, right? We're getting a seeder here, even though we were talking about doing corn first. So we still need enough money to buy a corn planter. Well, a nice little hidden expense there by getting 8,000 liters of fertilizer and seeds. But we're going to head back with this, and we do have some more prepping to do on the fields. We need to put lime down on the field that we're going to plant soybeans today, and we didn't stop. We didn't stop. I knew that was going to cause us problems. But we'll get this home. A long drive ahead of us. Get the hazards on the whole way. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait to open this up and see how big it is, but it's going to be come in handy. We got to get some money somehow for the planter. I'm regretting my decision. We might have to take out a loan. But this tractor is amazing. This deal, like, without the percentage off, it would have been close to $1 million for this setup. I think it was a smoking deal for us if we can get it home. It's quite the setup. I'm excited to use this. We're got to get some lime put down first, though. So with this plan to turn over a soybean field into a barley field really fast this fall, we're going to have to get it planted as soon as possible here in April so that we can harvest it early fall. We're going to have to turn over that field in pretty much the same month we harvest so that we can get barley in the ground in time to germinate enough so that it can survive over the winter and harvest that come summer. So that field kind of turned into maybe a barley wheat field after that because of the cadence of planting it, but double cropping it this year I think is beneficial. We do want to get some barley here. It's going to cost a lot of money to ship barley back and forth, especially if we start making whiskey here, which is the plan. The main thing I do want to ship here is yeast, and that'll be cheaper because the packaging is so small. And we're going to have a problem with this car. We'll get back and get the spreader back out, and we're pre-recording a little bit, so I don't have any comments about the diesel or the semi and the lime spreader, but let me know what you think. Might have to go budget on this planter, though. You might want to get things like this delivered moving forward. This is a pain. So the field to our right here is the one we are going to plant, and we're going to see if we can get in that entrance. It's going to be a tough turn, but we're going to park it over here out of the way for the... Oh, yeah, this isn't going to work. I'll go real wide here. No way. Let's line it up perfect and see if it would even fit. Nope. All right, we had to remove the fence, but that is what it is. So we knew we were gonna, or the gate we had to remove, and we're gonna park here in the drainage ditch for now to get out of the way for the spreader. I just don't want to drive this all the way home yet. We'll get that shut off. Oh, let's get those hazards shut off too. There we go. All right, time to get the spreader out. Hello. Oh man, we are spending money after money right now. We just got some lime delivered. We'll get this filled up, and we'll get out there and get it spread. All filled up, about 15,000 liters, so we'll see how the speed works on this. It seems to be getting up to speed a little bit better than it was with the 30,000 liters. Yeah, so this should be okay. We'll get this field spread, get the soybeans planted in it, and then we're gonna switch over and hope we have enough time today to look into buying that planter to get some corn in the ground as well, and we're gonna be here a minute. That's a long train. Wonder where it's going. The one field that's on the other side of the tracks. Let's see about making quick work of this, and the second we turn it on, it decides to go super slow. There we go. All right, not too bad. Spreading lime again. All right, guys, I can't do it. I can't do it. We're gonna drop all the lime over here. We're gonna sell this, and we're gonna switch up what we're doing. I tried. I wanted to wait for feedback, but yeah, I can't do it. Unload here. Can we do that? Take the semi home, and then we'll sell it. We'll get something comparable price-wise to swap it out. It was a cool experiment, but it happens. I just can't do it. We'll go here. We're just gonna get what they give us for it, and we'll come in here and look for a new spreader. Not very many options right now in my mod list, so what do we want to go with? Yeah, this is the one we're going with. Bye-bye money. Turn here. And we forgot the spreader. You kind of need the implement to use it, don't you? Forgive me. I couldn't do it. We're losing time in the day. Let's fill up as much of this lime as we can. I think all of it might fit. We'll find out here pretty quickly. Yeah, the big thing we're losing here is capacity, and that was one of the big selling points for the other spreader, but stop griping on it. We're full. Got a little bit left over there, so 9,000 liters. Yeah, we'll finish up over here. Let's go ahead. We'll snag right here. Waste a little bit of product, but I want to make sure we get everything spread and covered with lime. Go, shut that off. You can see the numbers dropping a lot slower too. So we were talking last episode about how some mods they use a lot of product, and it seems like this is using a little less. I could be crazy. Don't answer that. Recommended speed is 18 miles an hour, so we'll roll with that. And it seems like the tractor volume is super low on this map, way lower than when we go back to Wisconsin, or sorry, Montana. All right, we got this back area done. Let's shut it off, and let's go ahead and top off before we do this bigger area. If it'll all fit. It's not gonna. Still a little bit left there. All right, so let's go ahead and work our way over to the left here and get the rest of this spread so we can get to planting, because we're losing time. All right, just a little bit left to do. We'll go get the other bag here, and it should, yeah, we should have plenty to finish up this field. A lot more liming to do yet, though. Go ahead and cut this way here and loop back and finish it off. Oh, no one saw that, right? No one saw that. A couple spots that we missed, and I'm going to try to be selective here and drop a little bit of lime on them. Like that. And then, yeah, right in front of us. I think that's about it, and then we'll get this tractor home. It's got a lot of work ahead of it, spreading the rest of the lime on the rest of these fields. So we got to purchase a lot more lime, a lot more money to go through. Starting to stress. Look at that thing. Well, hindsight, or bright side, this isn't going to take very long at all. Let's go ahead and get it lowered, turned on, and we're planting. All right, not the best start here, but we'll get the hang of it. There we go. Look at that. Looking great. Didn't quite get far enough over. This tractor should have no issues pulling this implement set up here. It's pretty impressive looking. Gorgeous. Oh, the trees are in the way. Look at that huge width. Worth every penny if you ask me. Now this, oh man. So this is where we're gonna have to learn how to be smooth here and not run into the fences. And we got the fence. That's one way to do it. Fight through with your horsepower. Oh, we're all over the place. That should do a nice straight line now. Even at 9 miles an hour, this is going to be so quick. I think the biggest thing I'm learning right now is we got to do at least 2 headlands with this, especially with these fences, to make sure we have enough room to turn around. That's been the biggest struggle so far. And this is definitely making me want to set up my steering wheel again. I'm lazy. That's why I don't use the steering wheel. because I have to move things around, and it's a thing. It's a whole thing. We're going to get more organized this coming up year, though. Well, first field's done. A little bit of learning on this new implement. Missed a couple spots that we're going to clean up here. Didn't go through too much product either, which is kind of nice. There's that, and then I think there's one, yeah, straight ahead. So we'll get this put away and get on the phone. I think we're going to have to do something I don't like doing. We're going to have to lease a planter. All right, we'll have to wait for this to completely fold up, and then we can get through our new opening. We removed the fence like we mentioned earlier. It's just how it's going to have to be for us. I do like the fences here. It's something different that we don't typically deal with on farms, on maps that I play on. But it's a nice difference. It's a nice change. Change it up. It's always good. Well, for $12,000, we were able to lease this John Deere planter. Should be pretty good. It came with seeds, so we'll get that attached to the John Deere tractor, and we'll get out to our cornfields and get started on planting some corn. After we do maybe a field or two, we might... Oh, we got to bust through more work today. We got to get through all of April before we can even get back to Montana. Swing pretty wide here and tip the... Oh, okay. Let's see if we can get through here. Did we straighten it enough? We did not. I got it moved around, but let's go ahead. Oh, yeah. Let's open this thing up. It's a good place to start as well while that's unfolding. We'll do the same thing we did before. You know what? Let's do this backfield first. It'll be super fast. Now, the one downside to this is we are going to have to buy something for putting down more fertilizer. This is just the planter. It does not do the fertilizer for us. So like the seeder does. So we will have to get another implement. We are going to get a sprayer anyways for taking care of weeds. So that's something we're going to have to buy either way. So this is beautiful. 13 miles an hour, 14 miles an hour right now. We're going to go ahead and go all the way up and then reverse. Since there's no fence here, that's as far as we can go. And then hopefully we didn't go too far back. Oh, that thing did not want to turn. Crazy driver. Sliding around here. Yeah, this tractor definitely needs a steering wheel, I feel. There we go. Getting corn in the ground feels nice. We'll get this little field done, and then we'll do this bigger one. See how far we get today. Getting some crops in the ground is nice. Yeah, it's a small field, but it's nice to get one done here. Corn, soybeans. It's going to be a lot of what we're going to do moving forward. We'll mix it up. Now to one of our first oddly shaped fields. Do the headland here, maybe two headlands. We'll see. I think we'll go ahead and let you enjoy a little bit of a time lapse for this one. Okay. I think we've had enough of this. I get the idea of the design of the map, but it's not for me. We're going to get rid of these fences. They're just in the way. It makes it impossible to farm. We own the property. There's no reason to separate these fields with the fence. But to respect the neighbor, we will leave this one. I think we took away that one. We'll leave that fence. And then we're going to come over here and get rid of this line too, because... like I said, it's pointless. Where I live, there's no fences. People just respect each other's property. What a concept. There we go. All right, we'll deal with the rest later. That should be good. That was annoying. Back to the time lapse. Only using 13% of our capacity here is pretty... Oh, that was too early. We want that little spot to have corn in it. There we go. Using 30% seems pretty efficient. It's a lot less than I thought we'd use. I thought there was another spot. It might be down there, but we're going to go ahead and jump on this field next and get it planted with corn as well. And we'll see how much these fences make me mad. Turn here. Yeah, that's about... Yeah, yep. It's funny when you watch the implement, not the tractor. You get turned sideways real fast with this. Yeah, this is going to be the last session I do without the steering wheel. I should probably just stop and add it, but I'm in a good groove. We're just going to keep going. Looks like there's a rainstorm coming, so we're trying to get as much of this planted today as possible. We just have this field here, and the ones to our left, the smaller ones left to do, and it's doable. It's definitely doable today. I think what we'll do here is we're going to lift a little early, and even though we're not started, just in case we run out of time, I'm not going to start planting here, but we're going to go straight across this way. Since we have this open now with no fence, and get right there, turn it on, straight across, stay away from the fence. There we go. And let's do one more loop here, just to give us plenty of room to turn around, even though it's a small field. Just about right, too. Look at that. All right, and just a couple passes here to finish. Very nice. All right, the rain's not here yet, so I think what we will do is finish this field and then hop directly into the one next to us. And then the rest of the soybeans we're going to plant in May. And we also need to get that sprayer soon, but we need to sell some whiskey, I think. Get some extra cash. We do have a little bit in stock, so I'll get on the phone with Bobby, talk to the distributors here in town and see if they're ready for another shipment. It'll be real nice once we get the factories here, as well as maybe some distributors in Montana that are interested in our product, but got to get better at sales. All right, on to the fourth of the cornfields. Here we go. Oh, and this one's so small over here. We're just going to do both of them at the same time. Wonder how many people that use this map just delete the fences like I did. So this fence here seems very important, since it is protecting us from driving into the train when it comes by. So that one's gonna stay. We're just gonna have to deal with that. It definitely has a nice function to it. Boy, I need to get used to this type of tractor. I was a little worried the storm was gonna come in and cause us to have to take another month's worth of leasing on this implement, but looks like we're gonna get away with it. Finishing up the last cornfield. Going by fast. It is lonely here. Without Bobby, gotta have to get some help in this town as well, especially when it comes to harvest. I know we talked about flying Bobby out, but we might need more than just that. We're talking about 2 harvesters as well, so... But that's gonna require a lot of money, a lot of investment here. We already got a lot of debt to pay off. We're gonna go drop this seed off at home. We don't wanna lose that product, and then return this planter, it's a planter, and take a nice break. That might be all we do here in April. Might be time for Montana. I got these pallets moved in here. Give them a call that they could pick it up, but we do want to clean it off first. So let's loop around. Oh, we gotta get the semi out of the way. That's not where the semi is. It's right here. Let's pull in here. We got some maintenance we want to do on this anyways. Keep it going. Hop, grab our pressure washer. Get this thing sprayed down real nice for the dealership. Get all that dirt off of it. Don't want any extra fees. Looking good. Go ahead and spray down the tractor as well. Keep it on top of that maintenance. The dealership came and picked that up, and yeah, like I said, that's all we're gonna do in Iowa this month. I'm gonna go relax, get on the tablet, see how Bobby's doing. Welcome back to Montana. It's early morning. Let's get the time rolling. There's a lot to do, actually. We need to take care of the vines. We need to take care of everything that is the sawmill. Need to get some more wood here. We're going to sell some eggs. We're going to move around some wool. We have to also sell some whiskey. So I want to put a little bit of wood chips in here, and then take one more scoop over to the distillery. Let's see if we can get this down better than last time. Let's get it close to the ground, not all the way on the ground. There we go. We're not pushing stuff anymore. Let's lift. Oh, nope, wrong way. Lift a little bit. Get a little closer here. I think the slope's kind of messing us up, and we'll turn around and get the rest. See if we can get it from this angle here. Still pushing it a little bit. Lift again, get a little closer. Just doesn't like it. We got to get some flat ground, I guess. All right, we got that scooped up. All right, 96% in here. We'll get that little bit and take it over, but I think we will hold on to it until we are ready to drive back over to that area. 100%. All right, so let's go ahead and park right here for now. The forest is starting to get a little slim. We might want to start planting some more trees. Let's take some more from this side. We're gonna cut down about 5 today. All right, we fell the 5 trees that we want. Now let's go ahead and trim them up so we can transport them a little easier. Well, that took a couple hours, but we got all that moved over. If we look in here, we now have 25,000 wood here. And we got a little bit of things sold over the last 2 hours, or 3 hours really. $30,000 to our name again. Let's go ahead and move these wood chips now. We're done with the sawmill area. 63,000, good thing we're making lots of money here. We need a lot more though. We're not even close to the budget we need for Tahiti County. Drop this off, make sure we got plenty going on there. And I think we'll just park back here for now. Let's see, should be a decent amount of whiskey in here. So over here you can see our super fast production is really taking off. So we'll get this stuff moved, and that means we might have needed a little more sugar. I don't know, I think it's looking pretty good here. We're just gonna keep this separated for now and potentially take all this to Iowa. But we need more money so we could buy the equipment and the factories there as well. I want like 3 distilleries there, I think. Let's get the truck, get the silage sold first, and then we'll start picking up some of the crates and pallets and get those sold. But first things first, silage. Should be good money. Lots of wool to move. See how we're looking here. Silage, awesome. All right, let's get a tractor. And on to the bale selling location to get some good cash here. And it's looking like the barley's gonna be ready in June. Looking really close over in these 2 fields. That's exciting. For what seems like the 100th time in Montana, we are at the sales location. And this should be a pretty good penny here. If we can slow down. Oh, back it up. Yeah, of course it's gonna do that. Try that there. And got most of it, $30,000, and we'll just shove the rest of these over. 37, so 67 total. We're back to 130,000 already. I guess we're not overspending in Tahiti County. We're getting what we need. I think it'll be okay. What do we have in these 2 fields? Oh, oats here and wheat. All right, get up all the eggs we have, get all the maple syrup. Gotta be more than that, right? More place for wool to spawn. Oh, I guess that a couple more did show up. Let's go ahead and get all the whiskey as well. Oh, I cleared the fence. Come on. Those last 3, maybe not. All right, let's see if we can sneak around. Oh, I guess we're gonna have to go that. Oh, can we fit? This is a mistake. Oh, that was a mistake. All right, so first I think we'll loop here and try to get the maple syrup sold, and it's gone. Very nice. $57. Interesting. And a nice 19,000 for the whiskey. We're at 154,000. All right, let's get these eggs sold. I think we're gonna go to Hoot's place for that. But we'll pick up the wool and drop that off on the way. Oh, only 6 can spawn, that's why it ran out. Okay. I was thinking it was 8. Let's head on over to the spinnery and get the wool dropped off, and then we'll go sell some eggs. All right, that's all dropped off. Next stop, Hoot's place. Should just be a couple $1,000s here, or 15. Looks like there's a high demand for eggs this morning. 169,000. So we've recovered pretty quickly from all of the spending. Now it's time to take care of the vines. One thing I was super curious about trying was, can we use this to fertilize the grapevines a lot faster? No, we can't fit in between the vines, but the wings on this thing is huge. So let's see how far we can get. If we get right next to it, is that quite halfway? So about 5, and then there's 7 left. We scoot it just a hair over. Coverage, it seems like we might. So let's look at the map. We'll go to our fertilizer. No fertilizer at all on the vines. All right, perfect. Let's see what happens. Staying as close as possible without hitting the vines. Now it looks like it is getting half of them, which is impressive. And shut her off. Let's take a look. It is. This just made the job a little bit easier for Bobby. Like the exact right amount of vines for this. Sometimes laziness is the key to efficiency. All right, let's take a look again. Okay, so it did miss the middle, so we will get the other sprayer out, the one specific for the vines, to get that last one, and I definitely think that that's worth it. All right, all set up here. Should just be real quick to spray 1 lane that we want. Line up good, get this turned on, and just cruise. And then we'll take care of the mulching and cultivating. Let's check the chart. Yes. So this is actually getting better coverage than we were by doing it this way anyways. Yep, real quick job there. Definitely prefer that approach. Saved me probably about 20 minutes. So now you are... Oh, the cultivator? Yeah, so we want you on front. Okay. All right, I think we'll start right here, like always. Get both put down and start cruising. Quite the job at 3 miles an hour. Very important, though, for the nutrition of the vines. So we'll get this vegetation removed so that the vines can have all of the nutrition from the fertilizer and the soil. I think one of these years we'll do a little experiment where we don't do this part and see how much worse the yield is. It's almost like, do you set up another, like 6 rows of these? Maybe you do like 10 rows and then enough room for the crop protection. Then you just have to fertilize and harvest. It could be a way to do it more efficiently and just take the yield loss because you have more vines. That's stuff I think about while I'm doing these tedious tasks. I was thinking about this, and yes, I am using the override to get this done faster. We probably go up and down this twice by hugging the vines is probably the correct way to do this, I would imagine, because then you get everything right up to the vine when you hug it like that. Maybe we should do it this time and see if we get better yield, and then next time we'll do none. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Not be too picky though, because we could be here forever. Yeah, and look at how it changes the fertilizer. That's interesting. Mulched doesn't really show up. That's, yeah. We're back to the same questions I've always had. I think we're just gonna leave it as is. Bobby cutting corners. Looking pretty good though. Everything around the farm is done in Montana. $150,000 has been brought in already today. Let's get this thing parked. And I think we had some equipment to clean up from last month. These things need sprayed. Yeah, we need to do some maintenance. We'll get on top of Bobby for that. These have already been sprayed. They just haven't been put away. All right. And that will conclude May in Montana. Just notate our money. Yeah. $282,761. Let's look at the loan as well. So we are sitting at our $860,000 balance. It's $6,600 a month with 176 payments left. I think our plan is after harvest to try to pay that off. Let's get back to Iowa. It's a beautiful May morning in Tahiti County. A little foggy, but let's go ahead and take a look at some of these cornfields and see how they're doing. Gate open here. Oh, infested with weeds, so we're gonna have to take care of that today. Today's gonna be a busy one. That going. Let's see, is this one infested too? It is. Okay. Needs a little more fertilizer, needs some herbicides. Let's go take a look at our soybean field. Looking about the same. It's growing nice rows of soybeans here, but a lot of weeds. And this one is 100% fertilized, so we don't have to worry about that. And the ginormous train. Oh my. So we get back and we need to start getting lime put down. It's gonna be a busy May, and this isn't helping. And so with a $250,000, $250,000 month in Montana for April, it definitely gives us, or for May, sorry, it gives us a good amount of money to do what we need to do. And the first thing that I wanna do is hire some help to finish liming these fields for me. And I think I have a plan. Lots of work ahead of us. And we're gonna use 7R for this. So we're gonna get this out here. We're gonna leave it at, oh, that's a wall, at 3% full. And I'm gonna show you why here in a second. Let's go right in here. And we're gonna go into our settings. And I'm gonna show you a little bit of what I do. So in the course play settings, we're gonna do course play wages 100%, auto repair. We're gonna do not repair, fuel threshold is going to be 0. Broken threshold is going to be 0. 100% is off, so we want 100%. Sorry. Driver will release. The fuel is less than 0. Yep. And do not repair. Stop harvester when it's raining. Yeah, that's fine. And then we want to come down here. And wait, is it this one? Which one is it? Oh, this one here. Oh no, it's just regular worker settings. Sorry, we're getting a little confused. So when we go over to, so AI workers, refuel, we're gonna have off. We're gonna have seeds off, fertilizer off, slurry, manure. It doesn't have lime. So if lime is under fertilizer, whether an AI worker automatically, what I was wanting to do, and we'll give this a shot and see what happens. We're gonna build a course. We're gonna do 2 headlands, and hopefully It doesn't crash the game. It might. We might have to redo what we've done. Did we do anything yet? No, we haven't. Could not generate course. Okay, that changes the plans. We're gonna have to do this ourselves. It's gonna be even busier. Before we do that, we're gonna get another Uber to the dealership. All right, we are here. So with our $282,000, we're gonna try to get a setup for spraying that works with crops already. So we want some skinny wheels like this one, some row wheels. Let's see if we can find. And why not use some premium edition stuff? Look at this Agro Mammoth XR, Mammoth. We're gonna go ahead and do that. It has the narrow tires on it. It's $102,000. We'll get that bought. So that is there. Now we have $180,000. And let's go back in and see what is the horsepower requirement on this. It doesn't show. 5.3 tons. So 5.3 tons. We'll keep that in mind. Let's go to small tractors. Actually, let's go to medium tractors. Let's see what we have. Could go with this 4755 and see if we can get some narrow wheels set up on it. Nice. Front ones should be okay, I think. Just can't really change those. Go narrow and we'll do GPS. And hopefully this is enough, 190 horsepower. We'll go ahead and get that purchase. We might regret this. Oh, you know what I didn't check is the weight, 9.4 tons. So I don't know if that is how much the tractor weighs or how much it can pull. If anybody knows, let me know, because that would be definitely helpful here. Seems like it's pulling it okay. We'll get this home, and what we'll do is we'll hire workers potentially on this instead of the lime, because that one field is tough for Courseplay to figure out, and there's no way a regular worker is going to do the job there for us. And first, I think I want to do the herbicide, so we'll get a delivery of that going. All right, so 3 of those. We'll go ahead and get it filled up. Yeah, I think 3 tanks will be good for now. We could have done 4 to completely fill it up, but I don't think we're going to need that much, so might as well save the cash. So this should be exactly, 74%. So let's go ahead and head on in to the fields and see if we can get a course on these and potentially save us a lot of time today. Well, let's go ahead and try this out on this big field first. We haven't, this brand new implement with the new DLC. I think we give this a shot and see if we like it. That turned on. I mean, this width is pretty impressive. Look at that. Get those weeds out of here. Lots of weeds too. Wow, infested. Yeah, we'll get this little field done first, and then we'll try to hand over to a worker for the bigger field, and then we can do the smaller ones. We'll figure it out. But we're gonna have to do lime on our own on the ginormous, crazy separated field, which is gonna take some time and a lot of refilling of lime. All right, that's one field done. That's pretty snazzy. Let's take a look at the map. Yeah, we look like we missed just a couple little ones on the edge, which isn't really going to affect yield very much. Let's go ahead and see about if our fancy tooling can figure this one out. Fancy mod. Let's see. Let's go no course. Let's just do 1 headland on this thing. I'm hoping it can define it. It can. All right, so we're going to go ahead and on the first waypoint, let that go. We'll see, they may get stuck on fences, but I think we took care of all the ones over here. Let's let them get started and then we'll take over liming. And this is simulating a worker, so they are spending money on herbicide as well as the worker fees. And maybe we don't do the herbicide. Let's go in there and since we bought it already. Turn off fertilizer, will that do it? Yeah, so it's using ours now, and the money's going down a lot slower. Okay, we'll let them keep going. Let's start doing some lime work. And we'll go ahead and get started here. Got some lime purchased and put into the implement. Build on up, and it's gonna be a day. Going on the ground real nice. We shouldn't have any fences, I don't believe, really to deal with here. Just a lot of turns. Which is why I kind of wanted the AI worker on this, but technical difficulties, it makes sense. This is a very complicated field, the layout, to generate an automated course. So we'll do it ourselves. And then we're gonna have to plant this bad boy as well and redo our mental inventory of the fields we have left. I can't remember, to be honest with you. We're gonna have to get used to this Iowa setup that we have here and a lot of fields that we have, but we'll get it done. And if not, we can still plant soybeans in June. Worst case scenario. Just means we'll be harvesting them later in the year. Starting to question the value of liming. So, is this taken care of? Oh no, that's the other thing. All right, they're doing pretty good on the weeds. All right. But if we turn on needs lime, you can see where we've limed so far, and that was $1,800. And we still got all this, all of that, and in that little area. These 3 fields here to plant, so that's not much work left. Oh, that's grass. We don't even need to do that. So 1, 2, really that's it. Okay, so we're gonna get more, and we're gonna get more lime, but I'm wondering if anybody knows, is it really worth it? This big of a field is gonna cost a lot of money to lime. Are we gonna get our return on investment? I doubt it, but who knows? We'll get $1,800 more worth. Keep going. Boy, the Seed Hawk is gonna be tough in here. Well, this is definitely the most challenging field I've ever worked on, and it's been interesting. I don't know if I'd ever do a playthrough with a field like this again. We'll see how harvest goes. I think planting and harvest will really tell me how I feel about it, but we're done with lime. Done with lime, hopefully for a couple years. The grass field does need some lime, but I think we'll leave it for now. Let's go ahead and check on the sprayer, see how things are doing before we get ready to start planting. This field's looking great. Oh, look at that little spot that they missed. Let's go ahead and open it up. We're gonna do the other field real quick, but hopefully we can just squeeze by and get these sprayed. 29% left in here. That went through a good amount. Go shut that off and really gamble in here, but I think we can bust this out real quick and still have time to plant those fields. Go ahead and turn it on here, another corner that they missed, and we'll do just straight across. Treat these 2 fields as one, I think. Beautiful. Look at those weeds go away. We are using herbicide. We're in cattle ranch. This isn't cattle ranch. We're in Whiskey RP. We have not been using herbicide, but these fields are just so large. I felt like this is the right call instead of using a hoe or a weeder. And the height is perfect to go over the fence, so that's helpful here. We'll just cut through here and get this, and then we can start doing up and down. Recommended speed is 12 on this implement, so we'll get that override going, and that'll help us get this done a little quicker. Nice, the little field is done. Little cornfield. Still got we got to do a lot more spraying, but I think what we'll do is take care of these cornfields, then we'll do some planting, then we'll get back to spraying and see if we can get all the weeds taken care of and the fertilizer on all the cornfields today. Might be ambitious. All done spraying some weeds for now. There's a couple that we missed, but we're not going to be too picky. These are huge fields, not going to really affect the yield that much. Let's go ahead and get over to this new little road that we have now that we don't have the fences, and that's also a bonus to getting rid of those. This might turn into one field, potentially. All right, we're going to leave this tractor here because it is not done for the day, but we're going to get hooked up to the seed hawk, and this is in the way. There we go. Okay, getting the big boy here, the 9620, and lower it down, and we're cooking. It's gonna take a little bit. This is gonna be quite the process here, but that's looking amazing already. Get those seeds go in the ground. Big field, big job. Gotta get it done. It's gonna be an interesting area to figure out how to plant and get out of. I think probably a smaller implement is the best thing for this field. And it might make sense to come back with a different planter that is just smaller and can fit around all these trees and shrubs and in these tiny areas. So things we're learning. To do the bulk of it with the big equipment, and then maybe we do another pass as we got stuck on a tree. We don't even have a chainsaw. Let's see if we can power through here. It's getting close, almost. There we go, broke it free. I'm sure we'll hit another tree here. Actually, I think we cleared it. All right, so we got back there. Start working our way back in these little small sections. This is very different farming for me. I'm enjoying it though. Very much so. Continuing on. Some of these areas we're not even gonna do headlands. We might come back and do them afterwards. I think I found a decent path that I think might work, going at a 45-degree angle on the map. And some of these bumps after this year, we might work on smoothing out on these fields. They're pretty bumpy. You might get some equipment out here to improve that, just to make the job a little easier and more efficient. Yeah, it's still early. Rainstorm's coming in today. 11 o'clock. This is the last field we need to get planted today. Well, it's like 3 fields in one. But we'll get this done and then potentially get back to spraying some of the other fields. And this one could use some herbicide as well today instead of waiting till tomorrow. But I think we might want to wait till June to take care of that part of this field. Another somewhat challenging area back here. This one should be a little bit easier than the last one. Going a little fast there. Back to 16. Try to loop around here. And actually, going a little bit slower might be even better in these areas. Gotta get the hang of this new implement. This new field type, it's insane. I love it. It's gonna look amazing once the crops start growing. I cannot wait to see that. Let's turn back around, get these areas we missed, then jump down to that lower one and do the same. Why? That's weird. This section does not want to plant. Try going to the left here this time. Okay, got a decent amount of it. Just not hitting the ground right there. Some troublesome areas. I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get it. Let's take a look at the map. Pretty much shows beans everywhere. There's a couple spots that we missed just trees were in the way for this implement to get to. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do in the future. We might remove some trees, might change the field layout to make it a little more efficient. These waterways, there's a lot of them. It's a very unique field, like I've said probably 20 times already. Just can't decide if I like it or not. All right, so let's jump back in the sprayer, and we're going to go take care of the weeds in the soybean field that we planted in May or in April. Let's get that all taken care of, and hopefully 14% is enough for that field. We will find out. And then we need to get some liquid fertilizer to fertilize the cornfields. Here we go. Yeah, it's gonna look very nice once we're done getting all these weeds out of the way. 12 miles an hour. Get going. We'll do a headland here, and then we'll use GPS to do all the rows. 14%. Seems like it's dropping very slow at a favorable rate, so I think we might be okay with this field. I think we'll cut through the waterway here and do a full headland. It's not too steep. Yeah, we should be fine doing that. This will be fun. What's it gonna do? It's just gonna hit it. Pretty much no collision through that. Interesting. Just enough herbicide here to finish this up. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's check the field again. And weeds are looking good. All right, let's fold it up. Take it home. We need to get some liquid fertilizer. What is that? That's fun. Look at that. Okay, let's see. Let's do 4 of these. Actually, let's just do 3. Get them a lot closer so we can fill it up real quick. So before we get started, taking a look at our field data here, you can see 42, 41, 39, 38, 37 all need sprayed. So we'll go ahead and get started back here on field 41. And I'm hoping we can see the difference in the field. Oh, we can. Just slightly. I don't know if that's coming across on the YouTubes, but you can definitely see the darker texture in the soil there. So we do know where we've been. And let's see what this recommends when we do the speed override is 12 miles an hour. That's not terrible with the width of this thing. And we're gonna hit a tree, back it on up and try to fix that approach. Oh, got the wheels turned the wrong way. There we go. I said I was going to do another session without the steering wheel. Guess I kind of lied. I haven't set that up yet. And yeah, I'm recording this later, so you know when I switched, no way I hit the tree again. These bushes are just the death of me. Yeah, you go away, bush. When we're dropping fertilizer the whole time. Cruise control on. There we go. And if we do set up GPS, it would make things a whole lot easier. Lock into place there. Perfect. Now we can just turn around. Couple more passes, get this field done. Things are coming along pretty good here in Iowa. Yeah, let's prioritize this field. I'm struggling with how to do these split fields. I think this one we're definitely going to cultivate into one field next time. I think we're going to definitely is the key word. I don't know why I say that so much. We're gonna for sure, 100%. We're gonna look at the land here and make these fields a little less broken apart. Get a little more yield out of them too with the extra cultivated land. And turn a little bit here because we're wasting product. That fixed there. One thing I do wish we could fix about this mod that we use for the real speed override is I wish that when you had your foot on the gas, it would respect the cruise control. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being picky. We probably should spray all those weeds. I don't know how the worker missed a lot back there. But yeah, this area is just confusing, and I get it. They're probably simulating waterways and where the water sits, and when rain comes, I just feel like it was a little overdone on this section of the map. There's other areas of the map where it just feels like it completely makes sense. These ones, they're a little strange, especially the big soybean field. So what did we hit here? shut it off. What did we just hit? Is there a post that we didn't delete here? Don't see anything. Invisible fence here. Okay, we'll just stay on the field. That should solve the problem. I feel like I've been frustrated a lot more by this game lately. I think I need a break. Holidays will be good. We'll take a little break around the holidays. Just finishing up the last section here. We got all of them done. A couple spots missed, but it's looking pretty good. Oh, we got field 42 up there we got to do too. So yeah, looking at this view, we're gonna blend as much of that together as we can, but 37, 38 through 41 are all gonna become one field after this harvest. So we'll really have 3 fields at the end of the day. We might eventually look into purchasing this one. $1.1 million for that land though. Would be nice to add it to our inventory. And all finished. So the fields are prepped. The weeds are sprayed on everything. Everything's fertilized. Really, well, we get that grass field that we got to figure out what we're going to do with, and as well as the cow barn. I'm not completely decided yet. I don't know yet if we're going to have cattle here in Iowa. It gets a little lonely. Oh, look at the timing of that. It just started raining. I don't see many clouds though. But yeah, we're not sure what we're going to do about cattle yet. We'll get lonely here. We need at least a dog, but I need to put everything away, find a home for all of this equipment. And then we need to pack our bags because we got a flight to catch. We have a harvest to do in Montana. We got our flight booked. We just need to head into town, catch our flight, and get to Montana in time to help Bobby with the harvest. Utopia, you should probably be with us in Iowa. Where's your bowl? It's so overgrown over here. There you go. There's some food. Enjoy. We're back in Montana for the start of today's episode. We got a big harvest to do. You can see Bobby already got everything prepped for us. We're going to get in the harvester, get going. Hopefully we can get a little bit of cash coming in because our semi is in Iowa. So we're not going to be able to move much grain around. So yeah, money needs to come in, or we might need to just lease something, but we're going to hop right in the harvester, get going today. Got to get this harvest busted out, and I need to get back to Iowa to take care of some weeds. So we're going to be here a couple months in a row to do harvests. So we're going to have the barley fields going today, and next month we have to do oats and wheat. Let's see if we can get lined up here. Improve that a little bit. There we go. Maybe not. Let's get that lowered, and I think we're ready to get started here. Do a couple headlands like normal, and it should be dropping. Yep. Get some nice straw out of this harvest as well. Much needed barley. Gonna have to figure out a way to get this to Iowa to set up the new distilleries there, but we also need cash for that, so we'll probably just put it in our silo here until we figure out that process. Yield seems to be about what we expect normally on this field, so that's good. It means we took care of it properly, and we should be able to get all the way back, if I remember correctly, before unloading. All right, here we are, all filled up. We'll go get the cart. Bobby is not here yet to help. I'm getting an early start before he started his day. Go ahead and shut off the tractor here, let it unload, and yeah, we're gonna have to get a hold of somebody pretty quick. I was hoping to get the 9 o'clock sales in to see what kind of money it brought in before we decide if we're leasing or buying a new semi. But if I remember right, we can get 2 loads into this Hillsboro auger wagon before we actually have to unload it, so we should be okay for a little bit longer. Let's get back at it here, finish this headland, and then we'll go up to the right again and do at least one more end row up there to make it easier to turn around, and then we'll start the back and forths. It's nice to be harvesting again. Row number 2, or headland number 2. All right, another hopper full. Let's go ahead and move the crane cart around. There we go. And yeah, it's almost gonna fill it up. So let's go ahead and open our tablet here and take a look at the store. Gosh, really not anything we can afford. Nothing used. Oh man, for a couple months, we might have to lease something here. Well, we got this leased. Where's our grain trailer? There it is. Oh, header's in the way. This about right here should do. Let's see if that works. Very nice. All right, so let's hop in here because we probably think we have to pull forward. Got the harvester all emptied out. Yeah, that one's full. That's right. This isn't the most efficient setup. That will do. We can get back to harvesting as that's finished up, and we'll have to get that dropped off at the silo pretty quick here. Would be nice if our help would show up, but gave Bobby a little bit of extra time off since I'm in town. Get lined up here and start going up and down, and I'm hoping we always have the auger out when we fill up, but we'll find out in a few. We're gonna get this whole pass here? Let's see. We are, it looks like. So we'll stop right here. We'll bring the carts over and get that unloaded. Pretty good yield so far. Very happy with the outcome. And we keep leaving those on. That is not safe. Bobby is finally here to help. I'm gonna get the semi full here, take it over to the bins, drop it off, and then come back and hopefully Bobby's not waiting for us. We can get this done quick enough. All right, let's get this unloaded here at our silo. I always want to be able to try to do both of these at the same time, but it doesn't seem to let me on this mod. Unfortunate. There we go, get the second one unloaded. We can just open this back up though, there's no weather. And we don't quite need this yet, so we'll run back over to the grain cart. Oh, we just missed them. It's not looking very close to being full. So they might get back and turn around. We're hoping. Gives us a little time to run back and get the semi over here. Pretty good timing. No stopping this harvest. Beautiful. Love the teamwork. This looks so nice. I love the way it looks. Cruising along with them. The pedal makes it so much easier too now that I'm using the steering wheel. Great move moving back to that. All right, that should give them plenty of capacity to keep going. Let's go ahead and dump this off at the semi. Done with the first field. Let's see if all this will fit in the semi. Be nice if we got more than 2 semis full here. Lots of whiskey. This is gonna turn into a lot of whiskey. Don't hit the semi. Oh, of course I hit the semi. There we go. Should all fit. And then we'll get started on the second field, do the headland, get it ready for Bobby to take over. I think it was wise to have all these crops in the same cycle so we can take care of all the harvesting, or as much harvesting as possible in 1 month, so we don't have to have 6 months of harvesting here in Montana and go back and forth. It's gonna be a lot of airfare that's gonna cost us to go back and forth to take care of both these farms, but long term, I have a feeling very soon we're gonna start seeing this dollar amount start increasing instead of just constantly spending money. We have a little bit left to buy in Iowa, but we're getting close to getting to the point where we're saving money for the productions we want to buy and not just equipment. Very, very exciting. What we're gonna do, there's a good amount of room to turn around here and on the other end where the road is. So I think we'll just take a couple end rows off right here and then we'll start going north and south, or east and west, sorry, that direction, to get done with this harvest. And we should be able to do these end rows and potentially get back before being full. Maybe not. Didn't quite make it all the way back, so we'll get this set up for the auger wagon to come over and unload. Slide on under here, and that should get us back to harvesting real quick. That'll also mean we get the semi all full, and we can unload that again. It'll be our second load of the semi, and we might get 3, maybe 4 complete loads of that. I have to talk to some shipping companies and see how much it would cost to ship a bunch of barley on a train to Iowa, or we can get more productions here. Yeah, just not sure how I want to do that yet, but we'll get this going, hand it off to Bobby, and we'll bring this on over to get unloaded and start finishing up this harvest. Silly, we're on the wrong side. All right, load number 2 getting dropped off here. Gosh, how many liters do we have right now? 110,000 plus what's in here. Ooh, it's a lot of whiskey. Thinking about it, I think this is the first time we've harvested this as barley. I think it was, I can't remember what it was last season when we purchased it, but this field is much larger. Field 2 is much larger than field 3. So we're gonna get, I'm guessing, we almost have the semi full for its third load. I'm guessing we're gonna get maybe 2 more loads out of that. At least 1 more. Yeah, we need to get a lot more efficient at making whiskey. Otherwise, this barley's just gonna go bad before we use it. Should be enough to fill up the semi. We'll let the harvester keep going. Should have plenty of time to get this all unloaded and back before we have to stop. Yeah, we should be well over 200,000 liters when we're all said and done today. Pretty good timing. We'll be able to turn right around and help them unload before they get full. Sure, Bobby will appreciate not having to stop. I think we're just gonna get the 3 and a little bit of extra, but that's okay. We got a little bit left to do. Bobby's busting it out real quick. We're almost done with day 1 of our summer harvest in Montana. And this should top off the semi one more time, and then the rest we'll put in the semi just to put it in the silo because we're having problems with this auger wagon and our silo combination for some reason on this map. Yeah, I filled it up. All right, let's hop back in. Oh, man, lots, so much barley. And unloading. Yeah, well over 200,000 now after this goes in here. Won't get quite to 300. We're gonna have to start doing some calculations to see what we can process a year and go from there on figuring out exactly how many productions we need and how much barley we want to produce a year. want to get real efficient with this, and I want to be a millionaire. I want that money to always be $1 million no matter what we have to buy. Multiple millions. Go ahead and get that unloaded, and then we'll head on over to the harvester and get the rest of the barley from there. Oh, you're not done? Why did you stop? Sometimes you just got to do things yourself. Now the harvest is finished. Let's see if we're close enough here. Yep, should be good. Now we just really need to clean this before we use it next month. So we will take the header back over to the header trailer, drop that off, take it over to the spray location, and I'll let that get all set up for Bobby to take care of later this evening. And then we'll get the other carts put away as well. Get all hooked up here. Perfect. So if I remember right, the oats is just going to be pure profit. Let's double check the production. Yep, so the oat field's gonna be pure profit. Basically, all three of the fields that we're looking at to our left are gonna be for pure profit, which is definitely gonna help buy the equipment. Most of them should be harvested before we harvest soybeans and need to get harvesters in Iowa. I'm hoping I'm remembering that correctly because I want a lot of money for that harvester. Gonna top this off with fuel too while we're thinking about it. Should be good. Oh, I swear I put those away. I must not have hit save after I put those away. Okay, so we'll put that there. Go back to the semi. Get another 11,000 liters dropped off at the silo. Need to get a hold of that transportation company though. See about moving a ton of barley to Iowa. But there's no rush on that because we don't have the productions yet in time. Got to be patient. Let's see what our grand total is now in capacity. 235,000. Pretty nice. Take this over to the washing bay as well. And we need to get on a plane and get back to Iowa. Gonna be a quick turnaround. Gotta go get some weed control taken care of. And then we'll be quickly turning back around and coming here. But I do think Bobby has a little bit of work to do the rest of the month in June here. So we will be back witnessing that. I'm gonna go pack my bags, head to the airport. I'll see you in Iowa. We're back in Iowa for what I'm hoping is a very quick turnaround to get back to Montana because we have more harvesting to do in July. We're gonna have to get a tractor set up to this sprayer, spray some weeds. Still don't understand what happened to this liquid fertilizer. It must have a mod conflict or something. But let's go ahead. I think we'll grab, oh, we want to do the row crop tires. So let's go in here. We'll open up this garage and get started if I can find the button. More liquid fertilizer in here, so we will have to unload that. And we'll get, let's do 2 things of herbicide. Them filled up here, and we will get out to the big field and start spraying. And I think we want to take care of some of those weeds that we neglected, that the worker didn't do a good job on for us. Let's see, can we reach? No, we got to get a little closer. There we go. Our 4,000 liters, we'll see how far that gets us. I don't want to overbuy because I just don't want to. You know, why would we do that? Let's go ahead and open it up, and I will get GPS set up because actually, let's go. We're gonna start in it's a 45-degree angle, right? Should just save the course, but let's go ahead and drive on down to the area. Oh, let's not drive on the crops. Let's do this a little more intelligently. There we go. And I'm hitting left, Alt, and L to bring up these guidelines. If you've used GPS before and you haven't seen that, that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna get over here as close as possible, and I'll probably reline up my first row because this one probably will not be lined up good. Yeah, so it's not lined up very well. So let's go ahead and open up. But if we're right here and we hit Alt Home, left Alt Home, and hit the gas a little bit, that gets us a little closer. I'm gonna loop around and try to do an even better job here, especially now that I have it unfolded. It gives me a better opportunity for approaching, and my dogs are gonna attack somebody, it sounds like. Oh, look at that, that's perfect, but it didn't want to lock in place. So let's go check on what the dog's barking. Okay, let's get this started. Why did I not come back here and plant that area? Well, that's unfortunate, a little bit of loss there, but I think this is definitely one of the areas that we're going to cultivate together. I don't see any purpose to this little spot being separate. Try to respect a little bit of the field design from the modder DR modding, but at the same time, I think it's a little aggressive. And oh my goodness, we're missing. I thought it was lined up perfect. 12 miles an hour is the recommended override for the real-time mod here, so we're gonna do that. And same thing as before, we're probably gonna get stuck here. We'll have to back out. Just really taking advantage of every opportunity to plant crops back here, and really messes up the type of implements you can use. Interesting design. I do love it. I do love fields that are shaped like this because it makes it a lot more challenging and enjoyable in my opinion. Let's go ahead and shut that off, and we're gonna have to turn around here. There we go. Now we're out. Let's go ahead and open it back up, and we will. I'm going to take care of that little spot that we missed. It's going to waste some material, but it's safer to waste the material than to drive on the train tracks. So we'll grab right here, and we'll just hang over a little bit into the grass and finish up that line. Make sure we're only going 13 or 12 miles an hour here, and try to bust this field out as quick as possible so we can get back to Montana. I do want to start kind of looking at some plans for where I want to put productions long term too, while we're here in June. So that'll be a little bit of what we do after this before heading back to Montana. So it wasn't completely a wasted trip where I could have just paid someone to spray this. I do want to do a little bit of planning myself while we're here. All right, row 2 here. Kind of a shame how much we missed planting. I think we do want to get another seeder to kind of help us with some of these areas. Some of these tougher areas to get with the Seed Hawk. Oh, we almost didn't turn in time. And just a little area that we missed that we're finishing up. Boy, not much commentary during that. This is pressing my limits. I love it. Somebody tell me another YouTuber or a video of somebody harvesting this field. I want to see it. I want to see it. This is all done. We do want to come back over here, and there was a few on the corn fields that I did want to clean up as well. We don't want to hurt our yield with that. So let's head on over there, and I believe what the big area is right in front of us here. And should be clear of the tree. That's sprayed, and then right here, just some of these corners that the worker just did not take care of for us. I think this is the last big area here. The other ones are right on the edge of the, oh yeah, I can see a lot there. Never mind, we'll go get those two. We'll go get those two. Here we go, loop around, get a couple here on the edge, and head back. Check our map again. Yeah, there was some we could see. Let's go get them. And that's like a bush in the field. What is going on there? That's a big weed. I think that will wrap up the spraying for this year in Iowa. Let's get off the field as quick as possible here. Try not to damage too much corn. Pull in right here so we can get this thing washed up. We have room. All right, walk around this way. There we go. Hose, get it sprayed down. Taking care of our equipment. All set there. Let's go ahead and get this closed for now. Oh, this needs closed as well. So a couple areas that we wanted to take a look at for possible productions. One is over here. You know, I kind of look at both these buildings as a tandem here. Like, we can't drive very tractors under here. We're not going to store any hay or straw. And this, if we get cows, we could do it somewhere else, but we need this land. I think we need all of this land for the productions because I was looking at our map and this little cutout down here is not our property. See here, we would have to buy this property as well as 47. Well, there's a house there, but there's nothing on 49. And for $23,000, I don't know if it's worth it when we have the money or space here. So I could look at finding somebody that would like to tear down this barn. Can't really leverage this concrete, like that's just gonna have to get bulldozed down, but the siding, the roof, some of the wood in here definitely could get used. The materials in here too, and the machines. We could get this door. There we go. All of this stuff's definitely worth a good amount of money that we could sell. It was super bonus, but you know, like I said, we're not gonna be having cows anytime soon. We got a lot of other priorities to really take care of, and this alone's an expensive piece of machinery, so we'll see. There's things to think about. I gotta, you know, maybe I'll put some ad out to see if anybody is interested in buying it, buying the fences and the troughs out there, and in this barn as well. You know, relocating buildings is a real thing, so we'll see. But I think now let's go get another plane booked, and it's time to head back to Montana.
We would find the time, dreaming for eternity, creating perfect memories. Yeah, we hoped we were gonna make it. Little did I know that time would take us to a place where love could grow, but in a different way.
Well, Bobby's gotten all the baling taken care of here in Montana before June ended. Go ahead and get this put away and then get the trailer out. And we're gonna go ahead and get those sold before we rest. We should have enough time to get over to the shops before they close. And then I was wrong, the wheat will not be ready. Yeah, the canola and the oats should be the ones that are ready for next month. So we'll be getting back, we're, as this is happening, heading to the airport and heading back to Montana to help with harvest. So we'll go ahead and put this back over here to get cleaned again, but get the trailer so we can keep progressing. It's always a mystery to find these things. All right, first load all full. Let's go ahead and head over to the animal dealer and get these sold. And some nice extra cash coming in right about now. Oh, we almost got it. We almost got it. 22,000 plus 6 more bales. Another almost 8,000. About 30,000 there. Definitely gonna drive us towards having enough money for a nice harvester in Ohio. It's not Ohio, Iowa. And load number 2 there, $29,905. And then there was 3. Price is going up. I thought I was driving better with the steering wheel. And the last load, let's go get our grand total for the night before we rest and make it July. Another 11 grand. Very, 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 very exciting. How many berries? Taking a quick look at the productions right now. Everything's looking good. Yeast is getting low. We need to put a little bit more yeast in there. That one's like that. That's normal. Water's good. Wood is low. Wool's good. I think we're gonna sell the wood. Grapes are good. Yeast, all right. So we need to move a little bit of yeast around as well as cut down a couple trees, and then we can make it July. But let's go ahead and sell the wool first. And while we're at it, we might as well sell the eggs. Good old Hoot's place. Still wondering if they're under investigation or not. It's such a strange business here. And that gets us above the 200,000 mark. And counting. $205,000 is our total before sleeping. All right, just move a little bit of yeast and wood. Cut down some trees. That'll take us into the night. So we will do that off camera. I will see you in July. We are back on the farm in Montana. Time to take care of this canola field first. And then I think, yeah, it looks like our oats are ready as well. So we'll go ahead and get the harvester all set up and get started. Another exciting harvest. Get the tractor over here for the grain cart and get all that stuff set up as well. Don't bring that with us. And might as well just get started right here into the field. And this should not drop. Yeah, it doesn't have any straw to drop. But again, this is gonna be pure profit here. We don't have any use for this crop. We wanted to plant it for something different to harvest and just make some money. Looks like lots of wood chips to move around. Bobby's been slacking on that. Maybe we'll get that done in between harvests. Finally remembered that I wanted to add unit convert to this playthrough, so we got that going. And it also shows on the extra vehicle HUD, or the HUD extensions as well, we can see we're getting 131.5 bushels an acre. Very nice. Not sure what a good amount is on here, but we're gonna say that's pretty good. I know we're getting like 98% yield bonus, so should be good. And a little over 50% full, so we should be good because we did cut some of that first end row. Should be able to get all the way back and then get the tractor all prepared and unload. Yeah, about 85%. We'll go ahead and go over here and get Bobby all set up, and then we'll get the tractor onto the gravity or the auger wagon, and then get the semi prepped as well so we can sell these right away. And we're holding up harvest. Let's get up there and get this unloaded. Decent sized field, shouldn't take too much longer now that both of us are working at it. Here we go. Looks like we're at 408 bushels so far. Go ahead and take this over here, get it prepped for the next pass, and run and get the semi at the same time. So this should be enough to fill up the semi. We will not get 2 loads, but I'm not sure how much money we'll make off the first one, so we'll see. 131 bushels per acre. Still pretty good, I think. So we'll get to the end of this row, get as much as possible, fill up the semi, go sell the first load. Well, just 25 bushels left. So let's go ahead and get in the semi and head into town. I believe we're going to a sales location we really haven't used before. 1,155 bushels. Pretty awesome. Guess we pull into the weigh station first here. All right, get our number there written down by the workers. And I don't know where this goes. Let's see if we can find it. I have all the indicators turned on, but I don't see anything helping us. I don't think it goes in here. It'd be strange. Do I have them all turned on? Info, triggers. Interesting. So I feel like I've done this early on in the playthrough and we couldn't figure it out. I know you could put silage here. I can't imagine. Let's just go to Hoot's place. I'm not sure. We're gonna lose about $4 per bushel, 4 grand. If we can get 100,000, maybe 150,000 out of this would be amazing. 76,000 so far. Wow, for half of it. Yeah, 160,000. Nice. 150,000. And we're not done. Let's go back and get back to work and see about unloading that harvester, which is hopefully getting close to being full. There's the 80% warning. We made it just in time, but I wish it was more full. I wish it was yielding a little better. Yeah, another 400 bushels about. We'll take it. So this should be, I mean, hopefully we'll fill up at least one of these hoppers in this trailer. I think we will. So another 76,000 about. Yeah, that puts it close. Probably another 200 bushels are needed there. About 150. All right, well, that harvest is done. 139 more bushels. We'll see. It should fill up the one hopper, but we will get that unloaded and move the harvester over, get Bobby started on the oats. And that'll be another crop we've never done before. And no use for that either, I don't believe, in the production. Oh, it all fit. All right, so let's go ahead and prep this for the next field. We'll leave that right there for now. Shut her on off. We're gonna leave this right here for now because we are gonna head on over to, well, the wood chips and get those moved over to make some cash on that. I'm thinking that's gonna be close to 50, if not $100,000 sitting there. Yeah, so my next purchase I think is gonna be a joystick, so I don't have to do this part with a mouse. I think it'll be much more enjoyable. Gosh, yeah, it seems like a lot of chips here. There's one full, and it's making me wonder if we should take some to, yeah, let's do, if we can get 2 buckets in here and then the leftover we'll take to the distillery. There we go. Oh, too high. And we're full again. Just drive over those. You know, I think we're okay wood chips wise. We still had, let's check. Yeah, wood chips are in the green, so let's go ahead and we'll just make all the money possible. We are gonna need a lot of cash for harvesters and headers in Iowa. I think 3 loads should be pretty good for now. We'll clean up the rest later. Time to get back to harvesting. Take it back. Since this is a crop we've never done before, I do want to start that harvest myself. I was gonna have Bobby get going on it, but let's go sell this, see what we got. And we'll get back and we'll start that harvest ourselves. And the money's flowing in. We're gonna, yeah, be over the $500,000 mark, which is perfect. 71,000. Start harvesting these oats. Hope it brings in another 100,000 plus. And then those wood chips are definitely gonna help here at the 12 o'clock hour. We should see that click over and give us a good amount of money. I have not looked into the cost of the harvester I want. I believe we're gonna need close to $1 million for it though. I'm keeping this lease in mind. We're at 1.7 hours. We're probably gonna hit another lease fee here. Might be time to buy another diesel. Good place to park this is gonna be right over here for now. And we'll move it later, but that should work. Go ahead and shut it off so the hours don't keep ticking up. And let's see about getting this harvest started. We'll hop up here, get on in. 128.6 bushels an acre. Is it gonna keep going up? It's like, maybe we'll get 129. There it is. All right, 129 so far, and climbing a little bit. 12 o'clock hour ticked over, and we're now at 170,000. That's, or $570,000. Let's see if that all did. This should have all got. Yeah, it all did get sold. All right, another 70 grand or so. Forgot what the total was before that. It might have only been about 50, but we'll still take it. It looks like we settled in at 129.2 bushels an acre. All right, that's how far we got. We got 1 complete headland and a little bit of the second one. Get the grain cart over here and get it unloaded. And do your stuff, Bobby. Well, this should be enough to get us our first load in the semi. So let's go over here and fill it up and go sell it at Hoot's place. Oh, maybe it won't be. Oh, not quite enough. Let's keep collecting. All right, if I'm doing my math right, this should be plenty to fill it up now. And we should also have enough room in the harvester to finish harvest if we don't get back in time. It wasn't enough. We're gonna sell anyways. 99%, yeah, we're gonna sell. Top covered, head on into town. Don't think we'll quite get that 100,000 I was hoping for this. I didn't even check the prices. We'll get over 100,000. Pretty awesome. All right, money for the oats coming in. 68,000. Nice, we'll get about 130. 134,000, 136,000. Math's hard. We are at $713,000. We're getting really close to where we need to be for that harvester. And figured we'd get we can go fast enough the last load with the semi here. It's a little bit to get, just a last little skinny pass. Hoping to get about 400 bushels here. Don't get it in the back. There we go. But we'll probably be lucky to get 300. Hard to keep the speed with this thing. There we go. Maybe, nope. Yeah, 300 is probably gonna be about all we get. And they shut off. Is there some in there still? Nope, it is empty. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and sell this 298 bushels. And the last of the oats getting sold. Close to 750. All right. And we will need this for the wheat and black bean harvest, which is going to be in August. So we're gonna go put this away. One more month of leasing. So we're gonna get over that 2 hours anyways and get that, extra fee. Could cut the grass as well. We got a lot to do still in July though. We are in Montana, and if you've been following this series, you know that's a light pole. That's the last opportunity that we have to plant barley in Montana, so we're going to have to get busy here in the next couple hours getting these fields prepped and planted. It's going to be a late night, but that'll be a story for next episode. I'm gonna spend a lot of time in Montana in this episode and the next one, and we have 0.2 bushels. Whoops. Yeah, a lot of time in Montana, and then once fall hits, it's gonna really be all Iowa. Exciting. I'm enjoying this 2-map series now, and nice mix up for us to change things up. But we're gonna transform these fields a little bit next episode. Black Mountain, Montana is gonna look a little different when we get done. I'm Socks Way Up. I'll catch you on the next episode. Today we're gonna do something that we probably should have done a long time ago, and that's combined a few of these fields. We're gonna really start focusing on whiskey in Montana, and why did that just change? There we go. That's where I want it locked in. Like I said, we're gonna start really focusing on whiskey in Montana. We don't need this path here. We're gonna hit allow field. There we go. And we're gonna connect these fields. It's gonna be one huge barley field. Like I said, we probably should have done this a long time ago. Go ahead and lift here, because that's all we need to take care of on that spot. And then really connect these down this direction, and then we can get the seeder out. We need to get this done today. It's the last chance we have to get barley in the ground for the year. So we'll combine these two fields and somewhat, let me get this done and I'll show you what we want to do with the next one next to it. 3 and 4 are now 1, and you know the oat field there used to be, or what is that? The wheat field used to be part of field 4, is no longer. This one here, I was hoping to combine with the field over here, so maybe we will, and we'll just do wheat in both these in August, and then eventually combined just to be 2 big barley fields. So what I'm trying to do, and I'm having a hard time articulating this morning, is I want to get these to be just 2 huge fields so there's less to maintain, less field types, and we want to really start focusing on whiskey. So I just want barley in Montana, and I think the other types of alcohol we're going to focus on in Iowa. I think that would be the best way to play it, so we don't have to take barley back and forth. We'll get another distillery here potentially. So that should be all we need the cultivator for. Let's go ahead and find the seeder and get to work here. So this is going to end up being the main road, and we have that little strip there to get to the sawmill. But these 2 fields to the left here I think will combine as well and get rid of that entrance, and we'll just turn that into a fence. So yeah, it'll be a little bit of time before this gets transformed to exactly what we want, and it'll be basically 3 large fields instead of 6 medium-sized fields, I guess. So we'll go ahead and get started here. We're going to get barley in the ground, and gosh, I think I'm coming down with a sickness or something. The energy level is low. Throat's hurting a little bit. Thought it was just allergies. We'll get through it. What do you mean can't be planted in July? So we got some time. I was reading this as, oh, such a doofus. We have time before we can plant. This makes a lot more sense. We're gonna put this away. We're gonna call it audible. There's different things to do. Oh man, what a brain fart. I was thinking this is the last time to harvest barley, not the last time to plant. So, okay, it's gonna become August here pretty quick. We're gonna get these other harvests done, and we're gonna be able to get these fields completely prepped the way I want them for planting barley. Oh man, that's good actually. I'm a doofus. All right, as I try to remember how to play this game, apparently this morning, I just wanted to double check that all the productions are good for us to skip forward. We're gonna make it August, and I believe we have 2 more fields to harvest, and then we can make it September and do our planting here. And then we'll get back to Iowa to take care of the harvest there. We'll double check. I believe we do not have anything to harvest until at least September, but we will double check to make sure. All right, so we're sitting at $857,000. Great demand for maple syrup. Maybe we sell a little bit of that this morning. Well, let's take a look at our fields. And ready to harvest. Oh, okay, so the black beans are not ready, but the wheat is. And looks like in September we'll be doing the wheat and the grapes. So let's go ahead and grab the harvester. We set it up at the wrong place over here. And we'll get it over to the oats and get to harvesting. This is all unfolded. I keep getting comments that this header doesn't need a trailer, and it's so totally does. These wheels, I believe, on this mod are just for rolling when it's down and not for transporting it. There's no options to fold the header to turn into a trailer, so that's why I do have a trailer header for this. Or header trailer. All right, no time to waste here. Let's go ahead and get started on this. Really shouldn't take very long, and I believe our plan for this was to put it into the distillery and start producing, was it vodka? Let's double check. Vodka takes wheat. Yes, that's what it was. Vodka. All right, let's get it done. Small field. Shouldn't take very long at all. First little row done here, and we're getting 201.8 bushels an acre. And I believe this is about 2 acres, so we should get around 400 bushels total. We'll find out though. Looking positive so far. Should be a good amount of wheat to get us started with our vodka production. Well, looking pretty positive. We need to go get the tractor and the grain cart. And there we go. And this will be able to go straight to the whiskey, or I guess it's just a distillery now. It's not just for whiskey. We got to stop calling it that. We'll go straight to the distillery to start making vodka, but we will go ahead and finish the harvest before we do that. No rush. I'm actually really impressed with the yield of this field. I did not think we were going to get close to 2 hoppers full here in the harvester, but it looks like we're getting close to it. I don't think we'll quite get to, but over 800 bushels it looks like we're going to get. That's exciting. This should be a good amount of vodka. Well, color me surprised. We got 2 full hoppers. Quite a good surprise, actually. You know, small field, just, I guess when you plant the right crop, you get a good yield. Wheat does yield pretty good here, so just a little bit to do after this. We'll get this completely filled up. I will take this over to the distillery and get the production going on that. Check the yeast as well before we finish up the little bit that we have to harvest. Well, good amount of whiskey building up, good amount of yeast building up as well. Very awesome. All right, let's get this deposited and we'll get vodka going for the first time. Very nice. Let's jump into the production here, and vodka can be activated. And this one we are also going to set to, change output to selling. So the only thing we're spawning are the 2 whiskey types, and it looks like maple just spawned again. Ah, look at all of this. Okay, let's go ahead and shift this over. So we do have a good shipment. I think we might be doing this next shipment ourselves as we take some of the yeast as well. It looks like it's running out of places to spawn. We'll move that over just to be safe. We'll pull one over right now to drop off at the distillery. But let's get back to this harvest and get it done, because we still got a lot to do. We got to get to September. We got a lot of harvest to do. Oh, exciting times. Need to plan what we're going to do with the winery long term. I might get it relocated to Iowa. It might stay here. A lot's up in the air right now. I guess we can just park right here. Shut that off and get over back. Oh, we left this running. What a waste of fuel. And just this little tiny area, we will get harvested and taken back over to the distillery. And we'll see what else we have to do this month. I think we might maybe sell some things, move some maple syrup around, double check on the wood chips and the sawmill. And then after that, we will probably move on to September, do the black bean harvest, and then finally get back to Iowa. We got some planting to do before that. A lot of time in Montana in the summer here, which I guess is good. It's actually turned out pretty good for the setup that we have, that we're not just back and forth all the time. It's kind of how I wanted it. Interesting that it actually worked out. So 63.9 more bushels. Let's go ahead and get the harvester shut off. And it's almost done for the year. If it wasn't such a big piece of equipment, I might think about bringing it to Iowa, but it'll stay here. We'll get our own harvesters in Iowa. Before we take care of all the productions, we'll go ahead and get all this straw picked up and sold. Should be another good opportunity for some profit for us. No need for it on the farm, so we will just get it sold right away after we bale it up. And the grapes are looking very close as well. They should be ready in September, I believe. Maybe it's October. I can't remember at this point. All right, let's go ahead and get this put away and pick up the trailer to get the bales all stacked on and get them sold. And we're not really cutting the grass very often here. Basically when we need food for the sheep, not really needing it to maximize our income. So we're, just leaving it as is for now. Up there. Can we sneak by? Damage it a little bit? No, we can do it. Just smash those lights. We need a little fuel, so let's just stop here and get refueled. Feels like a lot more than 13 hours on this tractor, but that's all it says. All right, we got these all picked up, and let's go drop them off at the bale sales location. And then we'll check on the productions and probably move forward to September and get that black bean harvest going and potentially the grape harvest. But then September means we want to get barley in the ground as well. And I can't remember if these fields are going to need lime or not. We're going to have to find out. All right, let's see how much money we get for this. 15,000 plus 2 more bales to move for 2,500. So we're sitting at $888,000. Looks like wine's just about done, but we get a harvest next month, so that's good. Grapes, we're about to run out in the yeast factory. Looking okay. Could move a little bit of this, but we got enough wood for now. I think it's time to make it September. Well, we wake up in the morning with $1 million in our bank account. Not enough room. I thought I moved some of that. So the wool, we're going to have to move around again. Must have had a good night. There should be 3 over here and then 6 more. So there's 9. We might be selling wool again. But let's go ahead and keep moving that over. We'll just keep piling that up. We got a lot to do. Let's get going on that. Sheep's food. Yeah, you guys are starting to go through it a little faster. Interesting. Okay, let's check on the chicken's food as well. Pretty fine. Okay, let's get into harvester. Another new crop type to harvest. So we might have done this as a contract early on in the playthrough. I think maybe season 1. But we're going to do black beans for the first time. And we will have to get the full setup out here. This is a decent sized field, so we will start harvesting. And we'll see how we do. 101 bushels per acre. 101, almost 102. So it's going to be similar to soybeans, I believe, with a good price. Believe that's how this is going to play out. But the good thing with the lower yield is we can keep harvesting and not stop to unload, but you want more product to sell, you know, as we mention all the time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the price. Nothing we can do with black beans, so we are just going to sell them right away. And $77 per bushel tops out at 160. What happened here? We used to not have fluctuation, so we might hold on to this till June. Let's look at like our soybeans. We must have lost a mod. Oh, okay, so the soybean, so the fluctuation is not that great on those. So this is something we'll probably, I was hoping to cash out on this, but I think we're gonna have to put this away until July because that's a lot of money to lose. Yeah, 102 bushels an acre is what we're looking at right now. We get this first part of the headland done, and we'll just back up, and then we'll wrap around the field. Give us enough room to turn around, because we will have Bobby helping us with this one. And boy, with over $1 million in our account, we're sitting pretty good for the equipment we need to buy here in September for Iowa. So our plan is to bust these harvests out as quick as possible. We're going to turn these fields over, so the early part of September is going to be in Iowa, or in Montana. I need to get back to Iowa and check on those fields, see if any of them are ready to harvest, so we'll potentially be trying to bust through this pretty quick, and we might need some extra help from Bobby on this. Much easier harvest on this field than last time when we did sugarcane. That was quite the day. All right, Bobby's taking over for us, so we're going to go ahead and get the tractor all prepped on the wagon, get the semi over here, get all set up. And to save a little bit of time, I'm going to try to sneak in here and start cultivating this in between unloading for Bobby. So we're going to get this prepped right now. but I do need to get some of this out of the way to pull this off. So we'll move the semi, but they're going to be pretty full. So let's go ahead and help them. Excuse me, help them unload first. Yep, beacon is already on, and get over far enough for them. There we go. Yeah, get this nice and unloaded here. All right, that should be a good amount to get them going or keep them going. So we'll find a good spot to move this and move the semi so it's out of the way. And I think about right here should be good. So this field here, we could also extend a little bit larger this way. Another field or road we're gonna be getting rid of. It's not really a road, I guess it's just a path that we use. Not necessarily that important anymore since we own all of this and it's not shared with another farmer. So we'll get a little close to this tree line and then we'll cut back to the edge of the field there. It'll give us a little bit more area to plant some seed and make some more money, maximizing the profit of this property here. This grassland kind of just been wasted, just wasted opportunity to make a little bit more money. And we could even widen it that direction, but I think that'll be safe right there. Go ahead and loop around, try not to damage any crops, and get the rest of this right here. We'll have to head east-west here to do the same. This dirt path is gone. Connect these on this side, and that didn't work. There we go. Accidentally shut off create fields, and we'll lift there and loop around. Gosh, the turn radius on this thing's awesome. And just up and down here should be enough to finish making the connection to these two fields. And it's only adding a little bit of area for more crops, but it'll be a lot quicker to service these fields, being that they're all one now. We'll have a long north-south pass here. So it'll be interesting. Makes these fields larger, quicker to work on. At least that's my theory. And that's all complete and ready. We do have a direct drill, so we should be able to just plant directly in these fields and not have to cultivate them over. We do need to check lime though. I need to look back at the field data and see if we can get away with not liming, or if we need to just lime these new areas potentially, or the whole field. So that definitely could change our plans and make us a little more chaotic day. Let's take a look now. We can see this 4, 5, and 7 are combined. 3 and 4 are combined. 2 here might get combined, but I'm also thinking about expanding the grape vineyard. So lots to think about still. Doesn't say it requires lime. It does say it here. So maybe we just lime these new areas that we cultivated and we should be okay. So let's go ahead and unload. We got the warning for 80% full. That was a good use of our time while we're harvesting. All right, and that is full, so we'll drop this off at the semi and continue unloading the harvester after that. But looking at our field data, we do have a good amount of fields that need lime, so we will have to take care of that before planting. Ooh, let's get started on that. Do this right here for now. Do we not have anything for lime? What? Oh, there it was. I see it. I see it. Oh my goodness. This isn't going to work on this tractor. Okay, we'll put that there. Oh, that's weird. And we'll put this tractor right here for now. We're just going to finish up the harvest, I guess, which is almost done anyways. I guess we could put that tractor on the grain cart, but what fun is that? Decided to go ahead and call an audible. We'll have to move those fertilizers around later. I don't know how far this lime's gonna go that we have, but it'll be a good start at least before we spend cash. 5 yards of lime. We'll head up to the first field. I do want to prioritize seeding, so we'll get that done. It'll be the combo of 3 and 4. And we'll see about getting a worker helping us with that. And that harvest should be finishing up any second now. I'm hoping they do not need unloaded so I can get this started. And just out of curiosity, I kind of want to see what course play is going to do here. Go ahead and get on the field, clear out what we have, and see about generating. It will work. Beautiful. Okay, and first waypoint. Go ahead and have our helper get started here. Yeah, gonna need more lime, but that'll be a good start. Let's take a look at the map and see. Yep, that is working. And we will head on over here. Nope, we need this tractor. And it looks like the harvest is done. So let's go ahead and get to the grain cart and pick it up. Pick up the crops. All right there should work. Let's hop over here, open the auger, and unload this. Another 277 bushels. Looks like we finished with 102.1 bushels per acre over here. And that'll conclude harvest for this year in Montana. Oh, we still have grapes to do. It will not conclude harvest. It'll conclude harvest with the combine, though. We'll get it staged to get all cleaned up. Here we go. Go ahead and get the header trailer and head this over to the cleaning station. Try not to block our walkway. There we go. That'll be a good spot for it for now. We'll get that all cleaned up in a few. Let's go ahead and get the grain moved. Or the beans. I guess they're beans. Tank is empty. Okay, so we need to get more lime. That did not last very long. And get this unloaded. And go ahead and get the kills bro put away. We're going to go ahead and purchase a decent amount of lime here. Not sure how much we will go through, but we will get this all brought over to the spreader so that we can keep moving. These are those. Yeah. And that's as many as are gonna fit, so we'll get this moved over for them for now. And as they use it, we'll bring more over. Not very encouraging. It's gonna be a lot of lime. A lot. And that should get them running a little bit more. And we'll leave that here for now and move the beans. So over 1,000 bushels. This is gonna be a good amount of money when the time comes. Like a good amount of money. All right, and that will put all the black beans in here. So both of our bins here have grain in them or something in them. So we need more bins if we need to store another type of crop. So it'll be okay. What to do next? Need to let the lime get a little bit ahead of us so we can start planting. So that'll be pretty soon, actually. Moving at 16 miles an hour now, which is the recommended speed on this implement. And that seems to be lasting a little longer now. Interesting. Guess we could start with the grape harvest, and we'll just have to help them out every once in a while when they need lime. So let's go ahead and get this lined up. It's been a while. I believe if we go right here on the wheel, let's go ahead and take a look out this way. Gosh, that looks right. Get it turned on, and we're good. Go ahead and hit the gas a little bit here. And is that working? Yeah, scoot over just a hair more. So that lines it up. Let's go back into cab view. Yeah, so it puts it right at the edge of the steering wheel there. And we should, if this is like any other harvest, get about, I thought 50% when we get done with a row, but maybe this yield's not good. Maybe what was 3 rows? It would be 33%. Always forget. Okay, keep plugging away here. 32% exactly. So that's looking pretty similar to last year. Let's go ahead and back up. I want to do these rows and work our way back to the left side here. Another row done, and we're sitting at 64%. So I think the yield might be down a little bit this year. There we go. Should be lined up good there. All right, and the lime spreader is out of lime, so we'll finish up this pass here and then help them out by getting them going. And get the grape cart over here as well to unload. Yeah, 95, 96% here is what we're gonna get. Okay, honestly can't remember. That might be about the same. 84 bushels. Okay, put that right here for now. Let's get the lime going so that we can, once we're done with the grape harvest, we are gonna wanna start getting barley in the ground. We'll drive out here, help them out. Now we get close enough, we should see the lid open. Perfect. And off they go. It's always nice getting to use this tractor. We never get to use it. And I think right here is probably a safe place to park so it's not in the way. Get back in the grape harvester here. We usually put it in the middle. That way we don't have to go all the way back, but that'll work. And vine number 4, here we go. And the tank's empty again over here. The setup's working pretty nice though. All right, back to harvest. And I'm hoping that's enough lime over there to finish that field, but I don't think we purchased enough for what we're gonna need all for today. Another 84 bushels to put in the cart here. This harvest is going real good, real smooth. 6 more rows, 6 more vines to go. All right, done with 9 vines now. Get this unloaded so we can do the last 3. Really do struggle with commentary on grape harvest. It's just, I don't know what to talk about. All done with lime, so we had enough for that field, but we're gonna finish this harvest and get things moved around to the productions before we move on to the next field. All right, that will conclude harvest. I don't think all of this is gonna fit, but we will try. And we'll first prioritize the yeast production, and then we'll move the rest to the wine production, because we definitely figured a whole year's worth of grapes, filling up the yeast production once gives us enough product for the whole year, so we will be safe there. And if I remember right, we just barely don't have enough capacity in this trailer. Oh, we do. All right, go ahead and leave that there for now. And jump in the 4020, take this over to the yeast factory, and then the grape factory. And those of you who have made it this far through the video, I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. To all of you, this will be coming out on the 23rd of December, just a couple days before Christmas. Did a little bit more in Montana than I wanted in this episode. I was hoping to get back to Iowa, but I don't like cutting out stuff. So got to get all this done. Going to be a good amount of episodes in Iowa coming up next. I think next episode we will get all this planted here, and then we'll shift back to Iowa to finish up the calendar year. It's been a little more challenging to balance 2 farms and 2 maps in one series than I thought it was going to be, but it's fun. It's definitely mixes things up for me, and I do want to find a good cadence of length of video. The 45-minute one, I think it's a little too much, at least for me. It's a little too much stress on me to try to bust out as much content and make the videos that long. I do prefer about the 20 to 25-minute length so I can do more a week and get more content out for you guys. We'll find a good balance. All right, all the last of that sugar just got stolen. So that's one thing we will have to do is adjust. I don't remember where the grapes go. Right there. I was close. So we'll have to adjust the sugar factory to spawn a few for grapes, because if we look in here at the production, oh, grapes are full. Grapes are full. Sugar. We need a little more sugar. So I do want to get at least 1 or 2 of the sugars to spawn. And let's see if we change this for at least a little bit to storing. We'll change it to storing for now. Well, distributing might be okay, but we'll do storing for now. And then we'll get 1 to spawn later and sell some. But now let's head over to the winery. Gosh, we need to get all this stuff cleaned up. But that will conclude what I wanted to do this episode. We'll get the rest of this distributed here and shut the tractor off. And we will pick up where we left off next episode here in September. We're going to clean all this up. We're going to clean all that up. We're going to get some fields planted. We'll get everything in this farm ready for us to be in Iowa for the entire winter. And then we'll get back to Iowa for the second half of that episode. I'm Socksway Up. I will catch you on the next one. Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2024. I'm done with my break. We're back. We're back pretty much where we left off here at Whiskey RP. We're taking care of the lime on field 5, which has been blended in with the field to the right here. We're going to get this lime all taken care of and get some barley planted for the next season so that we can keep producing whiskey. Got a lot of other things to take care of here in Montana before we head back for the big harvest season in Iowa. We got to take care of the wood chips over here at the sawmill, as well as move a lot of wool around. So I'm going to get a good start going here, probably hand off to a worker in a little bit and get all of those chores taken care of before we start planting. But I wanted to get this lime going pretty good first, and it's kind of awkward here because only the first half of this field needs lime, the other half does not. So we will, do an outline ourselves and then potentially let good old Bobby take over from there. We did extend this field a little bit, so I want to take care of all of this myself as well to make sure we get it all nice and limed and prepared for seed to go down. After that, we'll have to do some fertilizer as well, but Bobby might be taking over after that because we got to get back and take care of the harvest in Iowa. So yeah, we'll get this done, loop around, and we'll take a look at the map and see what the data is telling us after turning around here. Try not to waste too much on the areas that don't need lime, and I can't remember exactly where this field was to begin with, so that's why we'll take a look at the data afterwards and see if we do need to go a little bit farther over to the right. All right, we'll stop right there, take a look. Yeah, that did good. So now we'll just do this end row here, and after that, it's gonna be just the middle of field 5. Very nice. It looks like we need to get a little more lime purchased here. Let's come over here, fill up just what we have, and go from there. And while we do that, I hope everyone had a great holiday season, good Christmas, good New Year's. I'm excited for 2024 to see what's in store for the channel, and thank everyone for joining and checking out the channel over the year. It's been an exciting ride. We're just getting started here on the Socksway Up Farming Simulator channel. We'll see where this exciting 2024 takes us. Let's go ahead and get some more lime purchased so we can get back out there. We'll go ahead and we'll grab, I think we're gonna need them all, so we'll grab 8 more. And they're over there. All right, get all filled up, get back out there. We might get the truck to help us load. We'll see. We're not too far away from this location where we're spreading lime, so it doesn't take too long to come back and refill. And I might do this whole thing myself. It's, I took a long break from playing over the holiday here, so I'm really enjoying being back on Farm Simulator. Let's go get this field limed. Back where we were so we don't miss anywhere. Right about here. And we'll continue on. Another trailer of lime done, so we're gonna go fill up again. I'm hoping one more hopper full of this trailer is enough, or the spreader is enough, and we'll get going from there to planting. Oh, it's so nice to be on Farming Simulator again. Nice break. Plenty of lime still over here for us, so we'll get filled up again and get that field all taken care of. All right, just about 8 more yards of lime. Let's get it spread. Looks like we're gonna need a little bit of lime to finish this up, and I was wondering if anybody else has this problem. Every time I do a Windows update, the dead zones in my steering wheel get reset. It's kind of frustrating. Anybody else have that problem? And for reference, I use 1% for the dead zones. Yeah, I don't like a lot of dead zones. Oh, wrong button. Come on, gas. I think while we're close here, we're gonna go ahead and fill up with some lime here. I was driving around thinking my force feedback wasn't working anymore, but it's just the dead zone is so wide open that it feels like the force feedback's not working, but it is. And that should be more than enough lime to finish this field up. And the last pass, we'll get this all done and get onto the planter or the seeder. Is it a plant? I think it's a planter. It's a planter. The big, huge planter, and get some barley put in the ground. It should be direct drill. We shouldn't have to cultivate. I hope I'm not wrong about that. But first, we're going to move around the wool and probably the wood chips as well. Take a little break from the farm work and get some chores done. And then we got to get a lot of planting going because we got to get to Iowa and get some harvest going. Broken record, and done. No till planting this time. I don't remember where we've been keeping this, so we're going to put it right here for now. New year, new me. I'm learning how to back up. That's right. We don't have the truck here. So we have this tractor pulling around the trailer. Go ahead and switch this to what will work for... Oh, I think we had it on it already. The Euro pallets is what we want to set this to. Get going, and then we'll pick up the wool. And we'll look at the production and see if it makes sense to sell this wool now or head on over to the production. But it's a lot of wool over here. Yeah, let's take a look. Oh, we got that to lime, but we will discuss that later. All right, let's look at the... Where's it at? Is it on the top here? The spinnery is looking 8 yards of wool and a lot of cotton still. I think we can. Missing materials. That's just because it produces it so fast. It is distributing correctly. Yes. All right. Let's see about this. This is 11 yards. So we know in a couple days we could produce more. And there's 8 there already. Let's just sell this at Hoot's Place. Let's get some more cash in. We got a harvester as well as some type of way to transport grain is going to be needed in Iowa, so we need to get as much money as possible. And since we can't sell those black beans yet, like on last episode, we're going to need a little bit of cash. $1 million was the goal, but I would like a little bit more. And that gave us $32,000, almost 33, so that's very helpful. So funny when you have $1 million, 33 doesn't seem like it moves the meter much there, but it still does. Well, let's get home. Let's take a look at the wood chips. We need to look at the whiskey production and make sure it has enough capacity in there so it doesn't run out again like it did a few months ago. And then after that, we can get to planting. We are going to have Bobby cut the grass very soon because we're starting to run low on food for the sheep. And we might want to start thinking about cycling out some of these older sheep for younger ones. Yeah, things to think about. Chickens should be good. I don't know if we have much eggs over there. We do have a good amount of eggs that we could sell as well. And I might have Bobby take care of that later. Let's head on over to the sawmill, take care of the wood chips. I'm looking at the production here for the whiskey. We have 2 yards of wood chips. It's red, but I think that's okay. 102 bushels of barley still. Yeast is out, so let's go ahead and we'll head over there first. I'm glad we checked. Wonder how long that's been going on. Oh man, we gotta do better at this. Good amount of whiskey over here to spawn. I think we want to get that other semi purchased, or maybe, gosh, probably fly Bobby out, have him drive back here with the semi. Oh man, we got to figure that out. The transportation of all this back and forth. What's going to be the cheapest? What's going to be the best route? But let's get some of this yeast moved. We're going to move about 5 pallets right now. It's 1, and we'll do the rest off camera. Okay, I lost track. We have 480 pieces of yeast in the whiskey distillery now. Barley, we could move a little bit over. Water, we're going to have to keep an eye on as well. Corn's looking good. Maple syrup's good. Wheat's good. All right, let's head on over to the sawmill. Now a joystick, that is something that I have not purchased yet, but is going to be very soon because I am tired of using the mouse to do chores like this. And we're going to go ahead and make a little bit of cash here on the wood chips. We'll send this over to the production here behind us. And hopefully it's about 3 or 4 loads would be nice. This should be one here. Nice. And oh, it just ticked over, so we're not going to see the sales of this till the 16 o'clock hour, which is 4 o'clock. But we're running out of time here. We got to get to planting. Gosh, are we too high? I don't know. I don't know. Is it the terrain? All right, there's the second load here. The rest is getting moved around a lot. Let's see if we're going to be able to pick it up or not. Action can't be performed. Why not? There we go. Weird. And there's our third scoop. And just a little bit left over here. We'll try to get scooped up. And it looks like it might be enough for another full bucket here. We can never win the battle. There we go. And the rest is just going to stay. 4 buckets. I'm very happy with that. That up and good. All right, let's shut this off. And finally get this motor turned on and head on out to the first field that we're going to do, which is the one closest to the store, which is the combo of, I believe, 3 and 4. Drive over here, go ahead and unfold this. I always forget the width of this, so we'll get it unfolded, get it lined up, and get all prepped here. All right, let's go ahead and get this lowered, turned on, and away we go. What does it recommend for speed here? 14, we'll keep that in mind. And there we go, cruise control enabled, 14 miles an hour. And we'll go ahead and do the entire headland here, see how that's doing for seed. Give us an idea of how much seed we're going to need, and then start doing up and down. Probably 2 or 3 headlands I think we'll do here. Probably, maybe 3, I don't know. And we'll get to the end here and go completely straight. Then we'll back up and rotate around to continue on with the planting. Go ahead and raise it up and back up like this. Yep, and that should allow us to loop around and somewhat get lined up again. Yeah, not bad. Good turn radius here. Lower it back down, and away we go. Get this headland all done. Yeah, and this gives us a good idea here, taking this entire path across, of just how big this harvest is going to be. It's going to be nice. It's going to be good to have these as less fields with the same crop in it and harvesting it all at the same time, and really just taking advantage of being able to do long passes on the harvester. And it'll be interesting to see how often we have to unload. I would imagine some of these are going to be, you know, unload while we're harvesting is going to be a requirement. So Bobby and I will both have to take care of that and work together. But that's a good thing, right? Our one headland done here, and it used about 22% of the seed, which I guess isn't too bad. But I do think that one headland's enough, and we'll start, just take care of this oddly shaped area. Let's get our GPS out here. That's pretty good actually, but just to be safe, we'll go ahead and do this, lower it, and we'll take care of this odd shaped area. Whoops, going a little fast there. And then we'll start, you know, doing ups and downs right now and get this done. You know, I've done a lot of fields with this planter or seeder. Gosh dang it, it's a seeder. And I don't remember running out of seed, but I know it's 2 fields put together, but it's kind of funny. The whole time I was doing that, was thinking, you know, it's nothing like making a field bigger to make your implements feel smaller. And I thought we had good enough size implements here in Montana, but whew, it's taking a little bit to plant this field. Let's see what we got about capacity of seed over here. And it looks like we need to place an order. Go ahead and we'll do 8 bags. Why not? $6,500 down the drain, but it's an investment that is needed. Get this refilled here, get that field finished, and then we're going to hand over to Bobby to do the other field while we fertilize and figure out our plans for the other 2 fields directly in front of us by the vines. And locking back in where we were. Turn it on, lower it, and activate. Perfect. Let's get this field finished. There's just one tiny little spot that we missed up here. Look at this, 1600 hour, we have a 1.12 million. That's awesome. So the wood chip factory over there populated a good amount of money for us, as well as probably the winery, because we got that going again, and the distillery. We got all the productions up and running, so that definitely helped out. Let's go ahead and finish this little spot here. Then we're gonna go get this topped off with seed and get it all prepped for Bobby to take over and plant the other field, and we'll get on our sprayer and start spraying some fertilizer. Got to get this done today. All right, with this all prepped, we're going to take a look at a new mod and see if we can figure out how to use it. Let's see if it's in the helps. Let's see if it's in the helps. Loading machines. All right, let's look at buttons. Activator. Follow me, guided steering, helper admin, left shift and backslash. All right, left shift, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Maybe it's this one? Number key on? Let's try setting it to our, we'll try doing that. And that should come up, but it's not working. HUD, left shift, let's try something else here. Oh, okay. So it looks like we're gonna try something. This was not working. We're trying to use the helper administration mod, so we enabled it. Now we're going to go ahead and save the game and restart it and see if that works. I hope it worked. And let's see what we mapped it to. I already forgot. Doesn't seem to work for us. I don't know if anybody else has any problems with that or has figured out how to get it to work. Left shift, I'm definitely hitting that. I've remapped it so I know that is the case. But I don't see, it says, you know, you can't have any workers. We don't have any workers going right now. I don't know if there's some conflict with some other mods that we have. Let's see if there's any errors in here. Add config, unit fill. I don't think that's going to be it. Hairstyle. I don't see anything. Let's try this and see if there's any errors that show up when we switch this. Let's try that. Nothing shows up in the console. And yeah, it just doesn't seem to pop up for us, so I don't know. We're gonna try to give it a shot, and you know, the way we do things, we're gonna leave this in the video because I'm hoping some of you know how to get it to work. Let's drive out to the field and we'll get Bobby all set up and get rolling. Sad times. And why won't those close? Why won't those close? Close tops, close up. First one. All right, Bobby. You don't look like Bobby. Imposter. Enjoy. Let's go ahead and get the sprayer all set up, and we'll make sure we have enough fertilizer. And they should be good, right? Yeah, they'll be fine. Never clean. Yeah, we have over here. You come with me. Spending a little more cash on some fertilizer. So we got 25% in here, but we will get it topped off and get going with that. And it looks like the barley is going in the ground correctly by Bobby's imposter. Man, I was hoping to get that mod working. I'm going to look into it a little bit more after recording and see if we can figure that out. But if anybody does know why it's not working for me, please let me know. Might do some Googling. All right, all topped up. Head on out to that field that we just planted, and we will get some fertilizer in the ground, some nitrogen. Look at that spot. Imposter Bobby missed. We're going to have to clean that up ourselves later. Oh, my goodness. That's why we can't have nice things. But here we go. And this will be nice to see the difference in the color change here, because that'll allow us to really be efficient with this. And this implement, I think, is the right size for this field. It's anything bigger is just silly, in my opinion. This is a beast. Let's get this done, then we'll check on Bobby and figure out our plans for these other fields to our left. And this field is done, and we used a good amount of fertilizer. Oh, 17%, going to be less than that when we get done here. Probably 16% left. This field's big. I'm hoping for good things from this field, and one of the one of the things to keep in mind is once we get this harvested, I want a plan to be able to burn through all the barley we have very quickly. So by the time next year comes around, next summer, late summer, I definitely want a lot of factories up and running, or an improved factory to get a ridiculous amount of whiskey busted out. Let's get this put away for now. It will do this field soon, actually. Let's get it filled back up and prepped, and hopefully the nitrogen that we have will be enough. And then we got some stuff to do. It's going to be dark when we're done with this episode, I have a feeling. We're going to buy one more pallet of that. These delivery fees, man, they're killing us. 85% should be good for that field, I believe. If not, we'll buy more when we need it. But we're going to put this over here for now, and we'll hop in that in a little bit. Let's see how they're doing seed-wise. Oh, there is a name on that. It looks like it's Sarah. This is Sarah. Hey, Sarah, you're doing great. I made a mean comment about you earlier, but you're doing great, Sarah. It's been a long time since we planted anything in Montana on Whiskey RP, and if you remember, if you've been following the series, we don't use herbicide here. We need our weeder. Let's go find the weeder. We're gonna get that hooked up to the John Deere and get that going. But we still have those other 2 fields. We want to get those done today too. Let's see, the weeder should be right there. All right, let's get this out of the way and into the John Deere and get the weeder. Now, because we're not gonna be able to see it change, gosh, let's just set up GPS right away. And if we do that, pull forward. Oh, we did it wrong. Lower it. We're gonna lock in place. And we're just gonna have to go up and down here so we get every single spot. Now, if we come back here, let's see, is this doing it? Yes, perfect. Yield bonus is at 75% already. And we're losing the grass over here, but that's okay. And what's the speed? We can go 12. So we'll get that set up. And we'll continue on. Last pass here with the weeder. Going real good. It's nice on this tractor. Turning it around is really easy. It works really good with GPS. I'm really loving it. They're still working on planting the barley in the other fields, so we will probably take over, or we'll hop over there and do the fertilizer. We're going to let Bobby probably use the hoe next month to take care of the weeds, as well as I think he's going to end up having to plant wheat in the fields to the left while I am taking care of harvest in Montana. It's probably what we're going to have to do running out of time in the day. These jobs are just taking time, and it was a lot to tackle in 1 month. So not even 1 month, one couple days here. We got to get back and finish September in Iowa, so the harvest is going to be waiting for us when I get back. Got to get this done, get this fertilizer going, and then I got to get my bags packed because we got to get back there. We got a plane to catch in the morning. We got to check on those fields, and hopefully everything's okay. We haven't been there in a while, so I'm getting a little nervous. Hopefully that neighborhood's a little better than this one. Haven't heard from Ken in a while. I've been so busy. I do need to check in on Ken and Isaac as well. And we will put the weeder right here for now. Gonna have to get that sprayed off. This will be a good spot for it. And that'll definitely be something. Bobby's slacking. Look. Yeah, Bobby, come on. You're better than that. All right, we're gonna hop in the sprayer here, head on over to the far side of the field and get started on this. And hopefully we don't catch up, but I think we're gonna catch up. Go ahead and get this thing opened up. And someone was saying I can adjust the... Oh, no. That was bad. I can adjust the wheels so that I can get a larger spread on the grapevines, but I don't see anything. Like, you can adjust the width. Activate doubled application? When did we add that mod? Interesting. I don't remember adding that mod. But change working width, if we do Control Z, just change the width of how it sprays, not necessarily the wheels. I don't see an option for that. I can see I can lower and raise this, which is pretty nice. But yeah, let me know if I'm just missing something. I'm being a doofus. Partial width, yeah, that's just for partial spraying. But let's get GPS set up here. If we turn on this, I want to hit home and pull forward a little bit. Home. Will lock us in right here. Turn that on and start spraying and drive forward. But that speed's too fast. There we go. Nope, that speed's too fast. There we go. And we can turn off our guidelines now. And we're going to go back and forth, and hopefully we don't need to do the headland because of the way we can go backwards in this implement or this machine. We're going to catch them. They're going faster now, but we're going to catch them. So the question is, can we get all the way up here, or do we have to back up? Oh, it does work. All right, shut it off, and then we will back up. And if we're looking at the bottom right of our screen there, there's a 0. We're going to want a -1 on here. Then we're going to lock in place. We're going to drive forward, go a little slow. We're going to let it get straightened out. And then we're just going to back up. And that should get us in a pretty good spot to just pull forward once we turn on the sprayer. and get this entire space here and not miss a spot. And that is how we're utilizing GPS to really efficiently spray this field. We're able to just turn around and get going on this one because of the fence not being in the way. So just keep on going on. And we're looking like we might catch them. I'm not sure if we will. Let's get those beacons shut off. But yeah, they're moving a lot faster now. We got the speed override fixed, so they might be able to finish that up before we get over there. If not, we'll just delay for just a second and then get the tractor out of the way. Beautiful. We are only doing the single application. I don't remember adding that mod, but I don't really want to play that way on this playthrough, so that's interesting. Some other mod that I use must have that feature now. I don't know. You know, and if you're good at backing up, you can get really close to lining this up on your own, not have to do as much back and forth like I do. That wasn't bad. Back it on up, get the spray going, and do this next pass. Beautiful. And Bobby's done planting. Way to go, Bobby. Bobby did say over the radio earlier that he's going to go ahead and grab the weeder and get going on this field. So he wants to get that done tonight and not have to worry about it in October. What a great employee. And there goes Bobby. Awesome. Pretty good employee, and you know, really takes some ownership of this place at this point. It's definitely his only job, and he's a full-time employee here. You know, he's paid pretty well. Keep up the good work, Bobby. Couldn't do it without you. And I did notice that since the AI names are showing up for the helper mod, I might just look into the save file and see if I can adjust the names that way and get Bobby on there. Maybe name them all Bobby. We'll figure it out. I'll do some Googling. I'll do some research. I'm sure somebody in the comments will let me know what's going on with that. Let's get some lights going here too. It's getting dark. And this last little section, and gosh, this will be the last time I see Montana this calendar year. We got to get back to Iowa and do a lot of work there. Bobby's going to take everything over. We had a nice meeting over lunch on the plans for the rest of the year for work for him to do. Everything's set. We'll check in on him with some drone footage later on this year, but we're going to head out. We're going to get this put away. Bobby's going to clean everything up for us, finish the weeding, and we'll see you in Iowa next episode. Socks way up. We just ran out of fertilizer. We're going to need to get some more. I'll catch you on the next episode. Oh, it's nice to be back in Iowa. We got a lot to do today. But we're getting an early start. The corn is ready to harvest. So yeah, you can see nice. Look at all of that corn. So it's time to head to the store and do some purchasing. If you've been following along with the series, you know we've been talking about wanting $1 million to buy a lot of equipment for Teton County here, and that's what we're gonna do today. We got to get everything for harvesting. We need a harvester, we need a corn header, we need a bean header, we're gonna need a grain cart, probably an auger wagon is what I'm thinking, and then I'm gonna pick up a trailer for the semi, because we're gonna have a lot of grain to move around. I'm not exactly sure where our productions are gonna be in Iowa yet, so I definitely want a trailer that's gonna allow us to move corn around pretty quickly. And then when it's time to sell the beans, we're gonna want a decent sized trailer so we don't have to do multiple trips. So that's on the list. A belt system for the bins is on the list as well. We've arrived at the dealership. We are gonna park in the back because that's where our equipment is going to be delivered for us. Oh yeah. No one's around. Let's jump on this computer ourselves and we'll just get this ordered. First thing we want to order is a trailer. This one's capacity is probably what we want to go with here. Main color. Let's leave it white here. Color of the cover. Yeah, let's go with some green. Kind of match our John Deere theme here. Can we do that with the rims as well? No. We can go black though. Next thing I want to look at is, well, this we might do last. I do know we want this drive over. So yeah, we'll do the belt system last when we need it, and we'll just have it delivered. Let's look at auger wagons. So this has about the same capacity as the semi. So gosh, does that make it pointless? It kind of almost does, and it's pretty pricey. So we don't need to spend that much. Let's drop down to something like this, as I think is what we need. And we're gonna go, you know, the John Deere color scheme here, and the decal color as well. And then let's change up the wheels to the BKT. Work light, yeah, we need that. And triangle, side mounted, or center standard. I don't know what we want there. Extension, I do want to extend it. We'll do the double extension. It gives us a little more capacity. Get that bot. Next, we'll jump into our corn headers. There's a 16-row header here that we're going to go with. And then looking at combinations, that means this is... Yeah, with the extended pipe, the US setup, we're going to go with the X9 1100 John Deere harvester with GPS. And we'll attempt to get this header trailer to work. And I'm sure I forgot something, but let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. Oh, it folds up super nice. So this trailer header we can use for the bean header, but this I think we can drive home with. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll get the trailers home. We'll bring a tractor here to bring the wagon home. And then, yeah, okay. Lots of money spent. We still have $325,000. I wasn't sure when I first said the green tops for this, but looking at it, I think it looks slick. Maybe if our truck was white too, though. I think the setup looks pretty nice. And I forget how nice it is in the cab of this truck. This thing is cool. Start doing this more often. So much corn. Look at this. Not all ours, though. So as far as what's ready to harvest, we do have the bean field to the right. Our original plan was to try to harvest that earlier and replant in it, but that's not going to happen this year. And then to the left here, we can start seeing our corn fields, which is what we're going to attack today. This bean field, I feel like we can wait probably until November when we do the one directly in front of us. And we'll get those done at the same time. And some of these other fences might disappear today. So there's going to be a lot of equipment here today. So let's find a good spot to put this for now. I think just right here is where the semi is going to temporarily stay. All right, let's grab a tractor and get back. Bobby should be here later this afternoon. It is a couple days since I've been back and just prepping things. He's been taking care of some things in Montana for us, so he's got everything for the month already taken care of. We got the wheat field planted, as well as cutting the grass to get some more food for the sheep. So everything's done in Montana. Just got to focus really on our harvests here and get this equipment back. Oh yeah, that looks slick. I think that was a wise choice. But I'm gonna see if we can get a worker to take this home for us and we can drive the combine. Don't know if it'll work on this map, but we will try. Let's do create job and go to here and see if they can find their destination. Seems like a good start. All right, let's go ahead and get the combine and we will follow them. Looks like they're doing pretty good out there. Let's attach this corn header and we probably won't catch them because they can go a little bit faster than we can, but you never know. And there we go. Yep, we'll get the trailer header when we come back for the bean header. And probably best to drive with our hazards on here. All right, let's see if we can catch up to that worker. Hopefully they don't get stuck anywhere. Boy, they're gone. Nowhere to be seen. That's good. A nice floating object there. Very cool. Oh, they're blocked. Blocked by an object. Let's see if they can get unblocked or if we're going to have to help them up here. I imagine it's the traffic light. Oh, it went away. Yeah, they got stuck at the light. Let's see. This turns green if they can get unstuck or if we need to help them. Let's see. Like that. Did that do it? You can do it. Come on. You can do it. All right. So close. So close. Create a job again. All right. Not bad. Now we're going to get stuck at the light. Let's see. Does this light actually stop us? Oh, it changed right. All right. There we go. All right. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is go over near the bins and we're going to cut a lot of the corn there to open up a working area for us. So let's go ahead and we'll turn next. Hopefully we can sneak through this way. It's the opening. Yeah, it should be good enough. So we're gonna go right here and go ahead and start unfolding everything. Massive, massive. All right. Get the header lowered here, turn it on, and away we go. Again, we're just gonna clear a little bit of a working area because it's a little tight around these bins here. Right here. All right. Oh, we got a mod missing. We're gonna fix that before we do harvest. Back up here and take a little bit more out. Chunk out this direction so we can avoid that tree. Clear that pretty good. That should be enough working area. Yeah, just back up. Yep. Yep, and we'll clean up here like so. And then I'm gonna get out and take a look and see how we feel about this amount of area to help us out. Go. Oh, let's go ahead and get that shut off for now. Yeah, that should be good. All right, so the next thing is going to be getting the belt system, but I do want to get that mod fixed, so we'll be back. All right, for simplicity's sake, we are going to set our sell point here. So let's go ahead and find the belts, and we'll get this one purchased to begin with. Now, how do you move this one around? Oh, like this, like so. Okay, so we'll start with... Are you stuck in the ground? What is going on here? How do you move forward? Row. You just twist? All right, let's see. We'll just do this the old-fashioned way. So we're gonna want it this direction and drive over it there. Okay. Then we need another belt. What's the length? Does it tell me? This one gonna be long enough? Oh, we can always sell it if it's not. And here it is. This one, do you drive this one as well? I always forget. This one you move around. Maybe this isn't what we want. So this goes up here. And we need a tractor because I don't know if this one's gonna be tall enough. Let's get a tractor. And this one will be my preferred one for this. It's a little large, but it'll do. Find a nice place for the sprayer for now. Okay. Now I could be doing this whole setup completely wrong. We'll find out eventually. Okay. Course play pop top. Of course. Raise this as high as it'll go. And this doesn't appear. I'm gonna brute force this because I never know if this is the right size of one for what we're doing here. Yeah, that's not gonna work, is it? Okay, sell that. Wish it told me the length. That looks tiny too, though. This one looks massive. We'll try it, 35,000. And I don't think this one needs the tractor. Could be wrong, though. I am wrong. And any difference in height? How do we adjust this one? Okay, that might do it. Let's go ahead and drive around here. That's not gonna do it either. What do people use for these huge bins? That's not even gonna get close. Guy. That looks massive. What is happening right now? That looks lined up. I think we're onto something. And then this set up here, and then I think you like start it. Yeah, so it's on. And then this one is on. This needs to come over just a hair. And let's do a full test. We will get in here, open this up, get some of this stuff shut off. I'm gonna back this to, we'll back it up a lot so we can get the semi in here. Oh, that started to unload. Go like that, and we'll get the semi. And we might not have prepared enough working area over there now that I'm starting to see how large the bin setup is there. All right, so we get a little bit in here. We got 4 hoppers. Okay, and our 55 bushels. We're gonna back up, and we should just be able to pull right through here. Yep, just drive right over and unload. Okay, halfway there. Which one's not working? Which one's not working? Oh, we're way off. I don't know if that matters or how close it has to be. That was the problem. All right, there might do. Then we'll hop back down here, get the semi out of the way, and get this adjusted, and we should be... yeah, look at that. There it goes. So now we should show 83 bushels. Okay, because we added a few just to test some more, but that's okay. All right, let's get the semi shut off, and we can get started. That was fun. All right, so let's go ahead and give us a little bit more area to work here, and then we'll just finish the headlands and get everything going. Makes me not want to plant right here, but this doesn't take too much time just to get prepped. You know, you do just a little bit of harvesting, get us a little bit of an area to work, and then we can just be on our way like normal. So here we go. Focus on field 39 first and just see how far we get. And this close field, it's kind of silly having all that equipment, but when we're on fields that are farther away, it'll make a lot more sense. But look at that working with. That is awesome. Getting 194 bushels an acre so far. Not too bad. We've done almost half an acre. Gonna make pretty good time with the 16 row corn header here. It's definitely a wise decision, and the capacity of this combine is gonna help us out a ton as well. It's nice finally to be harvesting on Tahiti County here. Go running into fences. That's all right. We don't own the field across the way, so having a fence there does make sense. It's a nice turn here. Man, it's so nice with the steering wheel. And this tractor, or this combine, definitely turns real nice. All right, 459 bushels appears to be the capacity. And I do think we'll set this up. We will start using this. I'm going to put the semi just over the conveyor belt, and then we'll just keep unloading into the semi and let the semi just unload into the conveyor belt for us. That might be a good setup for while we're this close. We don't have to drive the semi around. All right. So while that's unloading, we'll go ahead and, try to brake soon enough. And hopefully, I don't know what the capacity is going to be there, but let's go ahead and hop back in over here. And we will just pull this forward. I'll turn it back on. Oh, what am I in? It's in the wrong thing. We might have to get the conveyor belt turned back on. But if we go ahead and just park right there, that should do the trick. All right, let's see. Let's hop over here. We'll do a full test here. Oh, not even done yet. All right, they're emptied. It's only 45%, so that's good. Do a couple combines full of this auger wagon and see if we've made ourselves enough room. Not quite. Don't want to hit that. Oh, that was close. All right, see, are we close enough now? No. There we go. And you can see it going in the top there. Beautiful. So that'll be a good process here. And we'll get this closed up and shut off for now and continue with the harvest. So that'll be a good setup. All right, back at it. And hopefully Bobby's flight is on time and he is here soon to help, so I don't have to keep doing this all by myself. Well, let's continue with the headland. Yield's looking great though, 193 bushels an acre. Done 2.5 acres so far. Beautiful. I want to prioritize this whole back area here. It's kind of a strange little cutout. But if we get all of this harvested, we don't have to come back to it later. No, we're on the wrong side in case we fill up, but we can back out and figure it out. The yield seems to be staying pretty consistent at that 193 mark. This is all field 39. Once we cross over the dirt here, the grass, this will put us, let's go ahead and loop this way so get the auger on the right side. And we'll finish this back little field 41 real quick and then get back to field 39. And all this is going to get cultivated together. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's right. There's an invisible fence there. All right, yeah, we messed up a little bit, but we're going to unload here. We'll clean it up. Here we go. All right. Yeah, that setup is pretty nice. Looks good. Yeah, field 41's done and still got that 193 bushels per acre number. So looking good. Got a lot more to do just for, sake of taking a look at the progress we've made. We can see here, it says ready to harvest. If we go here, yeah, we can see what we've harvested, what we have left. We have 38, 37, this little slot here, and then all the beans on 25 for today, and then all of this tomorrow or November. Lots to do. Already seeing the benefits, I feel, of having larger fields and buying all this land in Iowa. Definitely have enough cash left over now to make sure we can get a couple production buildings going. And that should be the plan before the end of the day. I think I want to get 2 buildings here just processing vodka, I think is what it is with corn. And let's do this little strange cutout here as well. And we should just about fit it. It's just going to be a little bit if we can't. Oh, that's sad. And we just drove right through it. Oh, come on, Chris. All right, let's go ahead and empty here, and we'll finish that little bit up, and then we'll empty this. Whoa. Work on braking. Then we'll empty the kill bros again, and hopefully Bobby gets here soon, because this is taking forever. And we'll clean up this little spot here, and I think then we'll find a good location to just start opening up the field and allow Bobby to take over. There we go. Enjoy, Bobby. All right, we'll be running cart now. Hopefully that's not a mistake starting there. We'll figure it out though. And let's see how this process is gonna work for us. Oh yeah, that was a mistake starting there. That's all right. We'll have to help out. And almost 1,000 bushels, 919 going in. Sure everything's still cooking, and it appears it is not. Okay, what happened? This one shut off? There we go. Nice. All right, so now it's going. We just had to open up we had to open it up to get it to drop into the conveyor belt, and now that's good. Let's go ahead and drive away, let that finish, and see how they're doing here. Yep. Fun workers. Though I was a little terrified of course play on this. So now you're going to cut through the big field. We'll just follow. When they turn around, we'll help them unload. Looks like already almost 2,000 bushels already. Beautiful. 900. What the heck's going on there? Wow. Looks like some of these areas are yielding a little bit better, and we're up to 194.1 bushels an acre, so that's nice. So last pass on 39 here. Getting a lot of corn. We got almost the entire semi full because we just got word from our lawyer that we are approved to build our distilleries in Iowa. And after we get done with this row here, or these 16 rows, we're going to get those buildings established and get all the corn over there to start producing some alcohol. So the total bushel per acre is 194.4. pretty good. And we got another 298 here that we're going to drop in the auger wagon, and then we're going to fill up the semi and drive over to the location where we are going to put the distilleries. And this should all fit, and we will prep this at the next field that we're going to harvest today. But we're going to take a break on harvest and get the distillery up and running. And just get that parked here for now. Not quite full, but that will do for now. Let's get in the semi and drive on over to the new location. Yeah, 99%, just a little bit off. That's okay. And we have arrived. And that'll do for now. We will do some more expanding later when we add possibly 2 more, but that's all we can afford now. We got $20,000 to our name. We're going to have to get a tank for water, but Bobby did bring us some yeast, so we will have 3 pallets per facility to start with, and we'll have to get more yeast sent over later on. Let's go ahead and get the front. Yeah, we're gonna put the front trailer in this facility and the back trailer in the other one. See how our capacity is, if we can even hold that much, and go from there. Yeah, and we'll decorate the facility a little bit better long term once we get the entire complex built out. All right, let's get this 1,100 bushels in the other facility. Then we'll check the capacity and we'll see if we want to do a whole nother. Yeah, we're going to completely fill these up before we sell any corn. Looks like a little bit left, a little bit more will fit. So we'll have to get some water going. And I was wrong. We're going to be making bourbon. We need wood chips. Oh, gosh, dang it. Spend a little bit of money on that. And I also think we will spend money on yeast as well. We will. Oh, that's all it's going to let us buy. Yeah, we'll figure out the yeast ourselves. Water, how much does that cost? Automatic irrigation, yes, we'll turn that on. And we'll do that on both of them. And then we'll get our yeast pallets going. Just a second. Where do we have corn left? No spare capacity? Oh, it filled up. Okay. Okay, cool. So now we're going to get the pallets that were brought over by Bobby. And this one stole some already, so we'll go ahead and do that. And then we're going to take 3 over here. And hopefully that gets us enough to get started. I mean, it should. And we'll get these activated and continue with harvest. Let's go in here in bourbon and we will activate. And on bourbon, we're just gonna do spawn. Yeah, we'll do spawning for now. And on this one, bourbon as well. But it needs to be activated. Oh, so exciting. All right, let's go ahead, and we overspent, apparently. Oh, I bet the water did that. Okay, so we're broke. We're gonna have to sell some corn today. Bourbon is being created in Iowa. And we'll get the semi set up just about right here and get on with harvest. Now, this area I felt was gonna be interesting to figure out the right way to do it. I think we do 38, 37 in kind of one go. Treat it as one field because they are going to get cultivated together as well. So we'll just pretend like this is the entire headland and give it a go on how it's going to be next year. And it'll just give us a good feel on what this entire field will feel like. And we're going the wrong way again. Hopefully we can get completely around and not get stuck with the auger facing the corn. And getting 193 bushels an acre again, about almost 194. So we're seeing about the same yield that we saw with the other field, which is encouraging. And it's a good baseline to know this is where we were the first year here, see if we can improve it or at least maintain the same yield year on year going forward. And one time around the headland, and we're at 91%, 92%. So this will be a good time to just loop over here and drop everything into the auger wagon, something like that. There we go. And getting another trailer or a semi-full here, working on it. Harvest is going good. You can see back there, making good progress. All right, one full. Go ahead and let that finish, and we're going to keep going. And that concludes the corn harvest. Go ahead and loop around here. I'll shut this off, but we need to unload into the wagon. There we go. Once that's done, we can shut off the harvester. We'll leave it here for now. We'll got to put it away tonight, though. And we'll jump in here. Open up the auger and fill up the semi as much as we can. And then we're going to look at a few things that we need to get out of debt. Let's get this one full and pull forward. And then we'll get a grand total of what this field over here was. We didn't grab one from the last one. I think it was about 4,000 bushels, though. So let's hop in here now. Actually, let's shut that off. Oop, wrong way. There it is. 1,800 bushels. All right, let's take a look here. So if we look at the production, it holds about 1,000. Now, if we look at our stock here, we have just about 2,000 bushels left. I feel confident that when we buy the 2 other facilities, once we can afford them, that we have enough money or we have enough corn. We are going to tag the Poet ethanol plant, and we're gonna sell all 1,800 bushels that we have in the truck right now. Let's head that way. And we're not going to that super expensive place because it is a bug in the map from the version that we're on. It should not be that much. This one's probably iffy on if we should sell to it, but that's what we're gonna do after the train passes. Ah, not too bad. Realism. I feel like I've been here before in a different life. This feels really familiar. All right, let's get up here and get weighed, do little samples, and let's go deposit our corn. Get some money. All right, and let's get this first one selected and start selling. Oh, look at that money skyrocket. All right, this is silly. 33,000. I think this one's broken too. Well, shoot. 231,000. 165,000 that time. And $850,000. So let's look at something. Okay. All right, doing some rough math. We're going to set our money at a random number around $156,000. We will not be selling here anymore. That should save us a little bit. That was a little insane. But I did some math there to get it around the $90 per bushel, which is more realistic for what we should be getting here. But that was fun to see. Oh, I added money. Set money. 1650. Yeah, one too many. There we go. That will do it. So kind of a random, strange ending there. But we got a lot of soybeans to harvest. Next episode, got to check on our productions as well as making sure everything's good in Montana since Bobby is here with us to help with harvest. Everything at Montana's kind of on hold until he gets back, but he got the wheat planted. We didn't show that today, but he did get the wheat planted as well as the grass cut and turned into hay for the sheep. And we got some, gonna make some calls to Ken and Isaac and see if they can check on the animals for us while we're gone since my entire family's here. Nobody is at the farm in Montana. And it's the first time it's been left alone, so hopefully those criminals don't come back. This one's been a grind to make. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you on the next one. Today we do the soybean harvest, as well as check on the bourbon production. And after that, we're gonna head back to Montana just to make sure everything's doing all right. So for $99,000, we're gonna purchase this header and attempt to get it home. Not sure if this trailer is really compatible, but it's not. Let's try again. Well, that looks like it did it. This trailer is a little small. It's a little schmedium for this, but we'll get it home. When you look at what the game's trying to tell you with the combinations option, you can get the right trailer. So we got it all sorted out. We got the right trailer now, but the concern is how in the world are we supposed to get in there without damaging crops? Probably like this. He's gone mad. All right, that'll do for now. Go ahead and detach here. We'll loop around, start unfolding. It's gonna be a tight squeeze to not run into anything, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, removing those fences, my goodness. Beautiful design, but not functional. All right, got that all set up. Didn't damage any crops. Go ahead and lower it. Get that turned on. Start harvesting. We're going the wrong direction because the auger's on the crop side there, but I think we'll be okay. We'll be able to get around this whole headland without needing to unload, so should not be a concern. And it wasn't quite full, but I thought it was a perfect time with the location we were to start unloading this. And while that's going, we're gonna get the semi over here as well. And we're not gonna need the bin set up today because we're gonna sell this right away. There's a good shot at our money, 51,000 right now. And that should be nice and unloaded. And I think right here will be as good of a place as any to have the semi. Go ahead and get that shut off, so it'll be sitting there for quite a while. And we'll get back to harvesting. Oh, and it lost the amount. It looked like it was 248 bushels acre. We'll see once we start harvesting here. Oh, it was down. Go ahead and, yeah, 234 bushels an acre. 234. Seems pretty good. Don't know if we have anything to compare it to yet, but I dig it. I'm a doofus. I had it set to hectares instead of acres, so we're getting 95.2 acres, or bushels an acre. And we've done 12.3 acres. I was looking at the number at the bottom right, and it was only 4 acres so far, and I was thinking, man, that's not enough. Almost done with this harvest, though. 95.2 bushels an acre. It's going to be close if we can fit all this in here. I think we did it. couple areas where we missed a couple of beans like that right there. I'm not too concerned about. It's just some money, but you know, let's lower this one right here and turn it on real quick and get these. But yeah, selfishly, I wanted to fill up the semi. That's not gonna happen here, but it will happen at least one time in the big field. Gosh, this was a good 30 minutes to harvest. We're gonna be busy for a little bit. Get this unloaded and then we'll head on over to the big field and get started. You know, not gonna lie to you, I've been dreading this day since I picked this this plot of land and started prepping this field. It's gonna be a great profit, but yeah, let's get going. You know, when I started harvesting this field, I had a feeling this would be the area we would get stranded. Not too bad. Let's get the trailers over here, get it all unloaded, and keep going. So I was doing a headland here. I'm not sure if it'll end up in the time lapse, but look at how pretty this little pond area looks. For drainage area, that is so sweet. I guess it's a little pond. Yeah, we got to drive all the way around the headland to get over there so we don't damage any crops. Quite the harvest so far. We're here. We're going to jump back in the harvester because I want to see if we're getting the same bushels per acre. And there we go. Let that keep going. Hop back in here. Yeah, 95.2. Pretty nice. We're going to finish this area back here so we don't have to come back to it and then finish the headland after that. Now, this area has been tricky so far with the terrain differences here. There's a couple spots we weren't able to harvest on the first pass. And it looks like this direction, yeah, we're able to get them. Nice. So the only thing we have left to get back here is this little triangle. And then we'll start working our way back to the bigger side of the field. Holy moly. I really wonder why I do this to myself sometimes. And it's not the length and time it takes to do this. It's the fact that I try to do it and bust out as many videos as I do. My goodness. This is a grind. It's enjoyable, don't get me wrong, but this is a big, unorganized harvest because I'm not really sure what the best paths are, so take quite a few times on this field to really figure that out, I think. And we have a full semi, so we're gonna take a break from harvest. We're gonna go sell it and see what one semi is gonna get us. I imagine we're gonna get at least 2 more full. Yeah, maybe. Holy man. And I'm hoping we get up to speed before we run into a train here. All right, we got a little bit of speed going now, and I don't see a train, so I think we made it. All right, I'll see you at the sell point. And we didn't get so lucky this time. Oh, that's rough. Took a sign out while we're waiting for this train. Let me put my blinker on. Will that make you happier? You see I'm waiting for the train cars? You're honking at me. Seen this part of the map. It's a pretty sweet little bridge there. And what a beautiful map. Cannot imagine how much time this took to make. Well done. After a nice long drive, let's see if we're at the right place. Don't see any indicator. How do I sell here? Don't tell me we drove here for nothing. This seems unfinished. I am on an old version of the map, so that could be the case, but I don't even know. For simplicity's sakes, we're going to sell right here. We added a little location and it cost me a little bit more money, but that's okay. We'll see if this will work. It is an asset that came with the map, and it's just going to live here now, even though it really messed up the terrain. Let's go ahead and get that going and see if this is one that'll let me switch. I don't think it will. If I push U, no. U back and open. All right, so that was 113,000. That's beautiful. I think we did reduce too much money on the corn we sold, but it is what it is. This is gonna be, gosh, $400,000, $500,000 almost. And there we go. We messed it up. And close to seeing what our total is gonna be for now. Ooh, just about 500,000. We're at $538,695. Let's take the long drive home and continue with the harvest. You know, getting back at this, you know, with 500,000 extra dollars in my pocket, doesn't seem that bad at all doing all of this harvesting. We always get a full harvester in the most awkward spots. Look at this back here. We got a good chunk of it done though, so making good progress. We're an hour into this harvest. Whew, probably another 2 to go. Get this unloaded, and then I'm gonna take a break. I don't know why I'm telling you that, because it's just gonna be a jump cut for you. That moment when you realize your field isn't as big as you thought it was. So I'm hoping we get at least this semi-full one more time. We're close, we just have the one bin to do here. So we'll go ahead and drop it in the auger wagon and let it do its process here, since it's already lined up. And that should fill up. We might need to have the tractor follow us to the sell point so that we don't have to do 2 trips. We have Bobby drive that. Come on, you can do it. Keep going, keep going. Oh, not quite. But that's okay. We don't need to do 2 trips then. Let's go ahead and shut this off for now. We'll get it all put away in a few. Same with this. Let's go ahead and close that first though. Unfortunate. I was hoping we'd get 2 full loads so close. There was some spots we weren't able to harvest, and that's unfortunate, but we are gonna get that all resolved for next harvest. We're gonna do some terraforming out here, get some equipment to flatten the land a little bit, cultivate a few spots, and just make it easier to harvest and plant and treat, all of the things. And to our fun sales location here. Can we get over $1 million? 100,000, 109,000. Okay, that one wasn't as full, but I think we're gonna be just short of $1 million. 113,000, yeah, just short. That's unfortunate. Why were those so much more? That's weird. I think we are gonna hit 1 million. Yep, sure gonna do it. That's awesome. Not a bad harvest at all. We're at $1,022,000. Well, there goes Bobby. He's heading back to Montana, and we need that semi so that we can bring whiskey back to Iowa. So I made a deal with him. I'd clean up all of the farm here, get everything put away while he drives to Montana. Then I'm gonna fly out to Montana and help him get everything all prepared to bring back and finish this year out and see how we're sitting financially, if we can pay off our debts. It looks like we're probably gonna be able to, which is super exciting because that's a lot of money. And getting that debt taken care of means next year is going to be 100% profit. Everything is put away. Before we head to the airport, I did want to head on over to the production facility here and see how things are doing, and potentially purchase, or at least put the order in for 2 more of these plants. And so we'll get those going soon. We need to get some equipment to move these pallets around, but for now, just to make sure that they're able to spawn, we're gonna do it by hand. Should be good. And 8 at minimum so far. Let's see how many more show up here. 2 more on each, not bad. So we're sitting at 12 already. Oh, that's super awesome. All right, let's make our way to the airport. And we found a friend in town that has a private plane. So we're gonna pay him $1,000 to fly us to Iowa. Pretty exciting. He's not mad at me for being late because of this. Not really sure where we're supposed to park at this airport. I guess we'll just park right here. Super new to town. I guess they haven't gotten all of the parking lots added yet. He said to just meet me at the hangar and we'll be good to go. Oh, there he is. I guess we will see you in Montana. Let's pay for this flight real quick. All right, I'll see you in Montana. How's it going, man? What? This isn't good. What happened? This looks like vandalism. My goodness. Who did this?